So then we click over so we have audio, and now everyone can hear us.
All right.
And you bring up the thing and go, hello, everyone. This is the beginning of the Odin Makes Monday live stream. And today it's just me for the moment. Today, Felicia is out. She was quite busy over the weekend and had a lot of stuff going on, so she needed a day off. I can appreciate that. So I do have an extra special guest here in the studio with me today. I'd like to invite in Lee Braithwaite.
Everybody butchers it. Braithwaite. Lee Braithwaite.
Lee Braithwaite.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
It's English.
It's English, right? The spelling of the Braith doesn't relate to anything that I'm used to.
Yeah.
Mentally, so that makes it a huge stumbling block. And then there's the don't have the confidence to say it right.
Well, Felicia certainly doesn't.
Right. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Felicity isn't here today, so
Yes. So I'm here to butcher everybody's names instead.
Right on. So hello. And now you have a YouTube channel as well.
I do. Geek Pride. We started out doing unboxings years ago when they were all the rage.
Right.
And we've basically turned into the other definition of geeks, which is people who eat anything.
Oh.
And so we'll literally try anything. Including spicy food, which I'm still trying to get you to to join me in. So we got to get that together at some point.
Definitely. Oh, we need to get you some duct tape. Definitely. No, it's fine. It's more of a running joke than anything else. Yes, totally happy to do that.
Yeah,
that'd be very cool.
Well, we know you like spicy food. So.
Oh yes, and then and I know at the moment I'm only talking live to other patron members, so we'll be going public at noon for everyone. But as I look at my clock and realize I haven't moved it forward, it says 10:20. Because I have an analog clock. I like mechanical clocks. As I was talking to the patrons, Lee is one of the oldest patrons I think I've got that's still active. I know Starius has been around for a long time, but you're also one of the highest levels that I offer, and at the moment don't actually offer. So thank you, sir, very much.
Welcome.
There was a point in time when Ellis convinced me to turn the $20 a month level off, and so did, and it's been not offered, I think, for the better part of a couple of years now.
I believe, yeah, you're right.
As far as anyone new coming in, so just thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you so very much.
The entertainment that you do every week is great, so it's worth it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Plus, like we talked about the other day, you've helped me with a couple of projects at home and some painting tips, so it's been totally worth it.
Sweet, thank you. Now, what's fun? I've met you a few times at cons. We've met up a number of times at the different Sacramento cons that happened because Lee lives like 4 miles north of here. This is the first time you've been in my shop.
It is.
Yes,
and it's very different from what you see on YouTube.
It is.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's quite in a disarray. It is very much a mess.
Disarray is one phrase you could use.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Effing piles.
That's a better one.
Oh, okay.
But not YouTube friendly. So, but yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of very disorganized stuff. And he paid me a compliment, thinking that the shop would be way more organized than it is when you first stepped in.
I'll have my wife come along. She'll have everything filed and organized. And
thank you.
You'll not find anything, but it'll be organized.
Thomas Dolby comes to mind.
Yeah.
She's tidying up, and I can't find anything.
Yep, that's my life.
Right on. So typically what we've been doing, of course you've been seeing the show, is Felicia and I will swap sides. The box is here if you really want to stand on it. And I've been cutting and doing, and there's still a lot of pieces that need to be cut out for the cyclotron. So I imagine I'll be spending the majority of the episode today just cutting new parts out, getting things ready to glue together. I don't know if I'll get any glue going, which is probably good because you brought a couple of other things along that aren't going to be glue friendly.
That is true. Although there is a lot of adhesive in them, shall we say?
Yes, I imagine there's quite a bit of adhesive, especially on one of them anyway.
Yeah. Contact cement's their friend.
Oh, good. Good to hear.
Yeah.
So you have in addition to having a YouTube channel, you've got a wee bit of a hobby.
I have several hobbies.
Or is it a problem?
Addiction's a better word.
Addiction, okay.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the Muppets. Always have been.
For sure.
Very, very old now. And about 4 years ago, a friend of mine was in a local consignment store. And he sent me a text of a Kermit replica that was made by a puppeteer.
Okay.
And I went, oh, I like that.
Right.
And my wife said, what do you like now?
What do you like now?
Yeah.
Oh, she
There's
heard
always
this.
the now disclaimer at the end. There's always something.
Yeah, because she understands. Or
she does.
Doesn't.
Yeah. Anyway, so she asked me would I like it for our anniversary gift, because she had no idea what to buy me, because apparently I'm incredibly hard to buy gifts for.
I've heard this, mostly because I just buy what I want, and so it doesn't
In the
leave.
same way.
Yeah, it doesn't really leave a whole lot. So
Yeah. So anyway, she bought me that for our anniversary about 4 years ago, and then I found a gentleman in England who used to work for Jim Henson.
Oh.
And now builds not 100% perfect replicas to get around the little copyright laws.
Oh, okay.
But
Really?
you
Okay.
certainly wouldn't know it,
Right.
as you'll see in a little bit.
I didn't.
And so now I have a whole shelf of replica Muppets.
Okay.
Yeah. So I brought a couple along today. You asked me to bring along.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting at cons. The last con that we met at, I brought Animal,
Yes.
and that was the best because Animal photobombed everybody.
Oh, he can.
Oh my god, it was so funny. People saw me walking past, thinking,
Uh-huh.
so I'd go behind and do that. It was great. So yeah, he was a lot of fun.
And since he is a replica, I'm sure this is a dumb question. He does the eyebrow thing.
He does.
Okay.
He does. His head is very small, and my hand is very big.
Oh.
And to move the eye make, you move the finger up and down.
Okay.
And it's literally a piece of wire.
Okay.
And after about 30 minutes, my finger locked in that position. So his eyebrow mechanism stopped working because my finger stopped working.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. It's a very small head. So is Gonzo. So Gonzo is not good if you have large hands.
Okay.
Whereas Kermit rather.
Like my hands are actually smaller than yours.
Well, Kermit, his head didn't used to have any foam in because Henson's hands were so big that his hand filled Kermit's head. So there's no foam in Kermit's head.
That makes sense. It doesn't look like there is. You can see his hand move.
Exactly. But most of the replicas tend to come with foam because most people's hands aren't as big as his.
Okay.
So it's kind of interesting. So the Kermit that I'll be showing later, his head has a little tiny bit of foam in just to shape it up.
Just shape it up. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's fun. And you have your Muppet of you.
I have my Muppet of me, which is I have not excavated because unfortunately he came back from a con and then some foam got set on top of him, but he's over there.
Well, I showed you the one that I just had done of me. And
Yes.
I thought he did a great job.
Oh, that was a great job. I really like that. Yeah.
I probably should have brought that and then he could have helped you, but
Yeah, that's all right.
yeah.
What do we have here? Chloe Incarnate, of course, yells out first. Hello, Chloe. Thank you for dropping in. We have James Allen and Shady Dragon, who should... glad you made it, Shady. I was thinking you're at work, but you're not at work today. I know these people's schedules. Hello, Gingaman Prime. Hello, and welcome to the channel, Lee. Oh, good. Chloe says, I can hear you. Audio's good, video's good. Oh, good. Now that we're 15 minutes in, I'm glad I finally looked to see that's working out. And Chloe is also reminding me that Chloe, Geek, Darius, Lynch, and Jerry have all been around since before we had Discord. And, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. I think I was before Discord as well.
Yeah. Oh, you were. I'm pretty sure Geek Pride was very early on. Yeah.
God, I'm old.
That's all right. So am I. I also remember watching the American broadcast of the Muppet Show, New.
Yes, we are old.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this last Friday, finally, after talking about it for 3 years, you took me to a restaurant for a burger.
I did.
Yes.
Can we say the name of it or not?
Oh, sure.
It's in Sacramento. It's called Flaming Grill, and it's on Watt Avenue.
Yes.
And what did you have?
I had the peanut butter and jelly bacon cheeseburger. And that is literally all that's on the burger.
But was it good?
It was very good. Yeah, it is go back and get it again good. Yes.
It is. Yeah, it's a good burger joint.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we could finally... And you also had another beverage as well.
And I had another beverage as well. The a beverage that I've had many times that I really like is from the Belching Beaver Brewery, and it's the peanut butter milk stout. So it's a peanut butter stout, and it's a very creamy nitrous pour dark stout.
It's a great beer.
It's a great beer. It really is.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Please sponsor Odin.
Yeah, please. Please, Belching Beaver, sponsor Odin.
Odin Makes, brought to you by Belching Beavers.
That'd be cool. That'd be dangerous. So, not gonna lie, before I settled on Odin Makes, one of the things I was looking at, and I made sure that there wasn't a channel and that the URL was available. May not be now that I'm saying it. I was tempted to do props and beer. And my thought was I could build a prop and then and shoot it, but then have someone else come on and we could talk about the prop and I could talk about how I built it and then put B-roll over it of the building process while describing how it was done, right? And during this whole time we could be drinking beer, which would make a kegerator a write-off.
That's a fantastic idea. Is it too late to change?
Is it too late to change? Hello and welcome to the Props and Beer channel. Today we'll be finishing off the double keg.
Yeah, just be careful with some of the power tools if you've had a couple.
Well, that was part of the idea, was it wouldn't be actively doing it. It would be discussing it after the fact.
But let's be honest, you got a keg in here somewhere?
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. And also good luck keeping some of the other people out of it in the building.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure.
But, yeah, I'm actually really happy that I just went with Odin Makes instead. So.
It's succinct.
Yes. And a bit more family friendly. Not that beer isn't family friendly, but I could certainly see,
That's true.
Not being the same.
That is very true. That is very true.
Alrighty, so what we've got set up, since you've never been in the studio before, I've got a chat window open, and so we can see the chat coming from YouTube. We can see the chat coming from Discord. And then I've got my laptop set up, which will give me access to Lost Wax Oz's instructions, so I can continue cutting pieces and parts out. And then I've got my Blackmagic streaming box set up. It's been a while since I've gone through this on air with anyone. But I don't have a camera pointed at it. You can see it in frame. Now I'll look over here at it. We have our main shot, and then we can also cut to camera 2. And then I've got camera 3 set up, which is kind of over there. It's more of this work area is the idea. And then there's camera 4. So it's all centered on the work area, but I figured if we were doing Muppets, we're pretty much just going to be here anyway, right? I almost set camera 3 up to be a Muppet ISO, but it didn't really work. The lens is too wide. It would have been sort of a side of me, all of you, and a Muppet. So it's like, no, just stay on one.
Well, I think
less buttons.
We can break the magic anyway. I think they know I'm going to have my hand up Kermit's butt. So, yeah.
So I used to have a shop set up at my friend's house, Zod. It was a detached two-car garage in his backyard out by McClellan Air Force Base. But I can't remember the song he used to sing because he was an old theater geek and loved all sorts of crazy songs. But something about the Muppets with I feel so empty inside without your hand up inside me, or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I can't do anything without you. I feel so empty inside. And then he also enjoyed sewing, and at one point made himself a fairly goofy looking. It wasn't a bathrobe. It was more like an oversized fleece smoking jacket thing, but it was Kermit Green. So he had this Kermit Green thing that he just loved wearing. That was like, that's not terribly flattering, Zot, but all right.
whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
You're wearing chroma key green.
That would be
We
funny.
can turn that in any Technicolor trench coat you want.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And if I'd known you were going to wear that shirt, I would have bought my Cookie Monster. So
Right.
maybe next time.
Maybe next time. You are definitely. I'd like to thank everyone for coming by. You're welcome to come back and just for this is such a sign-off thing to say. You're welcome to drop in whatever you want.
I appreciate that. That's very kind.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
very kind.
And I know that if you're to bring the Muppets, Felicia's going to get a huge kick out of it. So.
Let's see if she can say my name in person.
That'd be neat. Good luck.
I know, right?
I almost couldn't.
Almost?
Almost. Okay, I didn't. Strict Aphid is here. Speaking of other YouTube channels, youtube.com/Strict Aphid, youtube.com/Geek Pride, youtube.com/Odin Makes. Oh, wait, you're here. Alan Adams is here. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Hello, Ace. And behind the scenes fashion is here. Sweet. Hello, Felicia. Hey, it's Lee. Felicia.
Oh my gosh, Felicia, nice to meet you in person, finally, via the interwebs.
Yes. Braithwaite.
Very good.
I sort of like Steven's last name. I won't get it right next week.
You win a cookie.
I get a cookie. I like cookies. So thank you, Ace, for once again verbally. Thank you for making the graphics that have been using the Proton Pack. We started with, as well as the Mega Godzilla, and he's working on another one. So that's kind of fun.
Nice. They're great pictures.
They are great pictures. I do like his artwork a lot.
Oh, Shady Dragon says they're not feeling well, but have a good time.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, Shady's not hurt himself at work, unfortunately, so, yeah. Talk to you later, Shady. One of the most active members on Minecraft, so I actually talk to Shady a lot in Minecraft.
Well, shall I switch over here?
Yes,
so
let's switch sides, and I'll start cutting sides.
The chat.
I'll have also try and keep an eye on the time so we can click over to public once the noon starts rolling around. I'm sure you've seen us do it plenty of times. Don't be worried about walking in front of the cameras, because I know where our other guests are.
Oh, yeah.
So just walk over and get them whenever it is you feel like you want to walk over and get them.
All right.
And no, I don't think anyone cares. It's really
We're all friends.
It's really cool that Felicia really tries, because she's so used to being on many professional sets where ducking to stay out of the camera, making sure that's clear, the lights, making sure clear, and I just walk right in front of the camera. It's my show, whatever.
I can relate with Felicia because doing some movies and TV as well. It's
right, that's right.
Yeah, it's interesting. You've got to be much more conscious.
Right.
So I'll just walk right in front of them.
It's be kind of hard to miss. I mean, you could do it, but you depend over that much. And that's right. You have been. You enjoy doing little spots on horror films, or does it just sort of work out?
No. I do auditions and stuff, and I get them. And so I've done a couple of horror movies. One of which is supposed to be coming out this year. They just got a distributor. It's called Desert Shadows. Okay. And it has Mish Pileggi from the X-Files in.
Oh, cool.
And Bill Farmer, who's the voice of Goofy.
Oh, okay.
Interesting combination, but he plays a cop. It's pretty good.
Okay.
A very small part in that one, but he'd accomplished something on my bucket list, which was to get murdered horrifically.
Ah.
So that was a good one.
Okay.
And then, there's another one.
I suppose that would be a filming bucket list, because I can't say that's high on my personal bucket list.
Good call. Yeah, good call. And then I did another one where I play a therapist, which is coming out shortly, called Darkest Hour. So that's a good one. That's a kind of a post-apocalyptic thing. It's pretty good.
Post-apocalyptic therapist?
You have to see it.
They'd probably be really busy.
You have to see it.
Okay.
It's really good. It was all filmed in Sacramento.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's fun.
Cool.
It's fun. I don't make a ton of money off it, but hey, anything that quenches my Lego fund is good.
Right. That's right. Also a massive Lego fan.
Yes.
And as we talked about on Friday, there is the collectible minifigure series coming up. That's going to be all Muppets.
Yeah.
For Lego. Yeah.
As soon as that goes on pre-sale,
just order the
I'll
box.
be ordering that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting a Statler and Waldorf Lego.
Hey, if I order a box and I get duplicates, they're yours.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Sinister Prop says hello there.
Hello, Sinister Props. I actually got to meet them when I went down to RocketCon.
Oh, okay.
Which was great fun. And it's looking like me going to WonderCon is going to be a go. I've got going down with Jerry Rig Props. Not Jerry Rig Props. Other Jerry. Jerry Elgert Fail. It's his actual name as opposed to Jerry Rig Props. Captain Splody on Discord. He's got the hotel room set up, and he's got his ticket to get in. We're going to carpool down. I'm just waiting on getting 100% if I'm getting a pro badge or not for WonderCon.
They should give you one.
They should give me one. I should get one. But why I'm going is a clothing company who I don't remember right now. I don't remember their name. Is paying for my participation at the con in exchange for having Mechagodzilla to hang out in their booth the entire time.
Nice.
So I'm building a stand to put together Mechagodzilla to be a static display in their clothing booth because they just got the official license from Toho to make Godzilla print shirts and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
That's awesome.
some of the stuff I saw at RocketCon was really cool. They, like 13th Doctor hoodies that looked correct. They had a Captain Marvel backpack and a bunch of good looking, similar to, I want to call it Lunchbox, but it's got a slightly different name. There's a mall. It's a mall store to the Galleria.
Oh, I think it is Lunchbox.
It is Lunchbox.
I think it is Lunchbox. Yeah.
Yeah, very similar quality to what I've seen there, where it's got a good mix up of really good looking quasi replicas with something slightly functional.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. Well, Sinister Prop says he'll see you there.
Oh, sweet! I will definitely be looking for you. I'll be there Thursday. I'm supposed to be. I don't think Captain Splody can get in for setup, but I will be able to. As soon as I remember the name of the company, I'll post it in Discord where Mechagodzilla is going to be. So we'll be driving down, in the wee early hours of Thursday morning. And I'm so glad I've got a co-pilot this time, or I'm the co-pilot. I'm not just making the trip myself.
Yeah, especially after the last one you did.
Yeah.
Was it 3-4 days to get down there?
Yeah, it felt like it, yeah. Well, according to Google Maps, it's only supposed to be an 8, maybe 9-hour trip to San Diego. Yeah, it was 16. I believe the best way to put it is kick my arse. So
it's that stuffing up at Anderson's for the pea soup is what it did it.
You would think. I didn't stop either way. I'm totally happy to. Anderson's is great.
Oh,
Harris
I love
Ranch
it,
is
yeah.
great. But no, it was just crazy traffic and accidents, and which makes it really hard to complain. Right? I complain about the amount of time it took, but I got home in one piece. And the reason it took me extra time, somebody else didn't get home in one piece, or their car didn't. So makes it really hard to complain.
I'd still complain personally.
Yeah, I do, but I try not to it was horrible. No, it wasn't horrible because I got home.
Well, Sinister Prop says he'll be there Saturday as well, so he'll look out for you.
Oh, sweet. Alrighty.
James says just follow the crowd running to the suit to make a Godzilla.
All right.
That certainly does get some people coming over. I know the SACCons that you've been at with Mecha.
Yes.
People love it.
Yes, it's fun. And he does really well at Stockton Con, and the one time I went down to a Lodi Con, it just different communities, different groups. Just, everyone loved it at Lodi, and I got more offers and crazy offers about wanting to buy it or just take it home. And he wasn't even finished for Lodi.
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, 'cause
right.
I think that was the one that I took Gonzo to.
Possibly down at the wine. Yeah. And yeah, he didn't have his legs yet, or didn't have his tail or something. I don't even think I took the whole suit. I think I just took the head.
I think the next suit should be a Dalek.
A Dalek would be cool.
That'd be great.
I have built one before.
Have you really?
Yeah. Not that it does a whole lot of good, because this is early '90s, late '80s. I built one from the old Doctor Who technical manual.
I used to have that.
Yeah, the thin paperback from.
Yeah.
Yep. I got my copy from Comics and Comics. I used that for the plans. He was Dalek was primarily built out of wood. So the main shell, the main body was all just wood and MDF wood. The balls that go on the side I purchased from Wishing Well, who isn't around anymore. Mm-hmm. There was an old ball and chain costume piece that I could get for, it was like $1.99 or something. Okay. I bought like 40 of them and cut them in half, and that was the balls that were on the bottom. Maybe I bought 20, which got me 40 of them by cutting them in half. And then the actual dome of the head, just like how I did the first Wonder Woman shield on this channel, I did a plaster turning to get the shape, and then pulled a mold off of it, made it out of fiberglass.
Wow.
So that was the most ambitious part of the whole Dalek. I've got the majority of the parts in my attic. Just never excavated it to. There's nowhere to really set it up either. We would fill this space. So.
Oh yeah, they're big.
Yeah,
they're big. There's a very big bone of contention between me and my best friend.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's spelled Dalek.
Yeah, Dalek.
Yeah, but most people in England, especially where I'm from, which is the north of England, call them Daleks. We put an R in.
Okay, I've heard Dalek, but okay.
So, is anybody from England on the chat right now?
England? No, you have at least a couple of guys from Ireland.
Okay, the Ireland people. How would you say? Would you put an R in it?
All right, there you go. So Jerry, do you put an R in Dalek? Who just met Ron Perlman at yeah, there's a con over the weekend, local con for him.
Hashtag jealous.
I can agree with that.
Wow, love that guy. Oh, Sinister Props lived there for a month apparently.
Oh, okay. So Sinister Props, how do you pronounce Dalek?
Yeah, do you live for a month or is it a vacation?
I don't know. It wasn't a vacation for me, but I stayed in Crete for a month on a shoot. So
that's working.
Yeah, which is the best way to go because it didn't come out of. I got paid to be there.
That's true. That's true. Oh, Jerry Prop says sorry he's late. It's okay. We were late just starting as well, so
that's all right, Jerry. But in all honesty, from anyone who is part of the British Isles,
yes.
How would you pronounce Dalek? I mean, I'm used to saying Dalek because that's the way it's spelled, but apparently...
Yeah, I would say Dalek with an R. Moon Eyes 2K...
Moon Eyes, yes!
Yeah, it says late, but better late than never, so I hear.
Sweet. Moon Eyes is a UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty sure. Certainly sent me teas from the UK, which... I bought some and gave to Ellis for their birthday, which was this past Wednesday, and they loved it. So,
nice.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Sinister Pro says, studied abroad, don't remember much. I'm going to be honest because there was a lot of pubs. Yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
There is a lot of pubs in England. They're almost every street corner. Okay, Jerry Rick says Dalek, so no R. Okay.
Okay.
Well, it depends where they're from. Like I said, I'm from the north of England, and we pronounce words wrong.
There you are.
But yes, I do miss pubs in England, I have to say.
For sure. We talked about that briefly because on when we had lunch on Friday.
We did, yeah.
There aren't too many good pubs in Sacramento. There's a few English-inspired pubs in Sacramento that are, the theme park version of a pub.
That's so true. Yeah, that's so true. They used to, I know the ones you're talking about, and they used to have my favorite English beer on tap.
Okay.
And they no longer do. It's called Boddington's.
Oh, I've heard of Boddington's.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay. I know my favorite pub style, not that I've ever been to a proper English pub, is the Fat Rabbit up in Folsom, which I was telling you about.
Yes, you did, yeah.
That one has such a different feel, look, and inside to all the others in Sacramento that it was quick and easy for me to make a judgment of, oh, this one's right. I have no idea.
Well, first of all, Sinister says there aren't any pubs in the US like they are in England. I agree 100%. The closest one I found, I think I mentioned this to you, there's a pub up in Tahoe, in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, you did talk about that.
And I cannot remember the name of it. But
it's that one.
Yes.
Sorry.
But that was pretty good. That was close, but that's the closest one I've found so far. But you're right, Sinister. Pubs in England are very family friendly. They don't tend to be in America.
Right. I wouldn't say Fat Rabbit is family friendly, but kinda. It's one of the things, and they do a lot of game nights and stuff. But yeah, anyway.
Okay, Moon Eyes 2K's. She's saying Boddington's. You said it was a she, right?
Moon Eyes. It was a he, but
he, okay.
I've said she before, and then
all right.
he corrected me. But
sorry, Moon Eyes. Many tisks.
It's okay, Braithwaite.
It's okay, Odin.
All right.
Well, he's given me many, many, many tisks. Proper beer is alive.
Okay.
And Sinister says it's a culture thing. It is. You're right. Absolutely. It's like why I used to drink tea in England and now I don't.
Because you're not in England.
Actually, technically, I am.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Don't tell the immigration. Oops.
What?
That was out loud.
It's all right. I've had another... Actually, he helped me out with the channel a lot. Neil, he used to do a camera for me a lot. When met him at KBIE. His parents were from England, and he had... I think he still had dual citizenship. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah. It was just talk about immigration and just the trying to get everything to work.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing, but I've been here for 25 years now, so I think I'm pretty settled.
All right.
Jerry Riggs says lots of Irish pubs, Irish themed pubs in America when he was there, but they're not the same. You're right. I went to an Irish pub in Vegas one time, and I was like, "Ooh, this is the Disneyland / Vegas idea of a pub." And it's sad. It's sad because it's fun.
So my favorite, of course, it wasn't technically a pub. They literally called it a bar. Themed bar that I was ever at in Vegas was, of course, Quark's Bar.
Oh,
which Star Trek fan, and they did when it first opened, they did a really good job. And like many restaurants, by the time the menu has gone through its third or fourth iteration, because the first menus were this double gatefold with these special cuts, and half the menu was written in the native language for whatever it was going on.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get it watered down to it's at the end of its life, it's a single Denny's sheet that's laminated, and it's incredibly simple, and everything's just the basic names. You're no longer ordering Romulan Ale or Klingon Warnog or the rings of Beta Z. It's Sierra Nevada and onion rings and I remember getting the bacon cheeseburger, which was a triangular burger, right? No, it became just a cheeseburger, and it was round. And it was yeah.
Is that even still there? I don't think it is. Yeah.
No, it's been gone for a little while. And they had a ton of little gizmos on the bar behind that worked. Little effects and things. The strobe machines, so the water poured up out of the drinks, it beamed up or whatever.
Okay, that's cool.
And magnets that made stuff wiggle and move inside the bottles. It was all broken. They didn't keep any of it up.
That's sad. Yeah. That's sad. Somebody called Behind the Scenes Fashion. Oh, sorry, Behind the Scenes Fashion.
Oh, okay. Right.
Sorry, just thought I would butcher somebody's name.
Why would you butcher Felicity's name like that?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I misread it. Says she likes the Fox and Goose pub downtown in Sacramento. They have the best breakfast. I will agree with you, but only because De Vere's is no longer with us.
Okay.
Because De Vere's used to make their own sausage, their own bacon.
Okay.
And they were the only place that served black pudding
for
breakfast.
All right, yeah.
Which is very traditional.
And also not terribly American.
it's completely non-American, but it's fantastic. For those who don't know, it's a blood sausage. Right. You fry it, and it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, Jerry's all over it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he's posted pictures of his, which I don't know if he made it himself or not, but...
Well, I actually did find a place in Auburn that sell it.
Oh, okay.
And it's very good. It's very good. So I have some in my freezer right now. And Moon Eyes 2K says, real ale is 1, fermented a second time in the barrel, 2, does not have alcohol, CO2. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Does not have added CO2. And 3, is not served cold. I do agree with the not serving cold. I don't like cold beer very much.
All right.
Strictly, if it says every time we say pub or bar, he hears the cheers theme in his head.
So it's probably good that it's not a pub or bar, but I enjoy that every time I go into Blick Art Materials here in Sacramento, every staff member's like, "Hey, Odin!"
See, I feel that way in Flaming Grill. If you notice when I walk.
Yes, right. It was very cool because the owner sat down and talked to us for a while.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
He was great.
And Sinister says there's a great Irish pub in San Diego on 5th Avenue. We're stopping by your next time here for San Diego Comic Con.
Okay. At the moment, I don't have tickets for San Diego Comic Con. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but I don't expect to get down there this year.
I think a lot of people don't expect to get down there. I have a friend who's gone to almost every Comic Con in San Diego for, 15 years. And the last one that was there, I don't think it was there last year.
No, it wasn't.
The last time it was there.
They had a special one at the end of the year, like a mini con.
Okay. Well, the last major one, he didn't get tickets for, and he was very mad with how the tickets were assigned or something. I don't remember exactly, but he couldn't get tickets. Sinister says he thought beer was gross served warm until he went to England and realised it can be done properly. I agree 100%.
Yep.
And Jerry Rigg gets his black pudding from a local butcher's.
Cool.
Miss Mary Mac says hi.
Hello, Miss Mary Mac.
And Sinister says they had SE in November.
Special edition.
Special edition. Is that what that's for? Okay. I've only had my third coffee today, so I'm kind of slow.
Oh, okay. I haven't had any coffee today. Well, I don't generally drink coffee, but I haven't had any tea either, so.
Will Connors is asking, any fall cons lined up yet?
No, well, fall cons. The only thing guaranteed is the first weekend of September, which is Labor Day. I'm going to be doing SAC Anime. That's just guaranteed. Aside from that, no. I got like 4 cons I'm going to be going to in the first 3 weeks of April. But, yeah.
Good Lord.
We're all over the place. So, first weekend of April is WonderCon, so it's a 3-day. So what, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I think. Or the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Yeah, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Anyway, the very following weekend, I'm in Oklahoma City with Evil Ted and SKS Props at Creators Con. So that's a 1-day con in Oklahoma City, flying out for. That Thursday, not even a week later, here in Sacramento is going to be Crocker Cons. The Crocker Art Museum's doing their little con.
Yep.
Yep. And they've been hounding me for 2 years, because it's been that long or longer since the last Crocker Con happened. So I'm supposed to be going out there and setting up a little booth, or big booth. For effectively a 3-hour con, it's like, because it's Thursday night, it's a 3 or 4 hour con, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I am excited to actually get to talk to the Sacramento Ghostbusters again. And then that weekend after Crocker Con is SAC Anime in Roseville.
It's busy around here at that point.
Yeah. And which that Thursday night is pre-set up for SAC Anime in Roseville while I'm at the Crocker. So that's
good Lord.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing. I haven't heard from them. I haven't reached out to them either. I haven't heard from them, so I don't know if I'm doing SAC Anime or not.
Gotcha.
I think I'm okay if I'm not. I'll be pretty tired at that point.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, Felicia's bringing her crock pot to CrockerCon.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm assuming it's a chill. Well, I don't know what you're bringing, Felicia. Chili would be good.
Oh yeah,
we could be chili, yeah.
Yeah, no, good chili's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a crock pot con.
It's a crock pot con.
I'm
pretty okay with anything that Felicia wants to cook.
Moon Eye says the only reason you'd serve beer cold is because it tastes ick, and you want to hide that.
That sounds like American beer.
There's a great Monty Python joke about American beer that I can't do on YouTube, but I'll tell you after.
Something about canoe beer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know it. Okay. And then you're going to hate this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
All right.
Jerry Riggs asking, Odin, are you back on track for videos this week? Got to use the Creature Cast yet?
I have not had a chance to use Creature Cast yet, and I am. I've actually been putting some work into getting a video done, but I haven't shot anything. I've done a lot of preliminary stuff and getting things going. At this point, I want to do a Mechagodzilla update for this week because I need to make a stand for them, and I need to do some repairs and get them kind of ready to be on display at someone else's booth who's paying to have them there effectively. I mean, they're paying out of pocket. I'm not actually getting paid, if that makes any sense. So I'll be doing a minor, and then I also thought that would give me an excuse to show some video and pictures from the last couple cons Mechagodzilla was at. So that's the video I want to get out this week.
So that explains all the PVC pipes that were on here.
That explains all the PVC pipes all over the place, and just outside there's some paper on the floor.
Oh, the footprints?
That was Mechagodzilla's footprints, because I was trying to figure out what his footprint was going to be so I could tell them, because they wanted to build a dais, a plinth, a stage type of thing to set him on, because they were reasoning that if they just get him 6 inches off the floor on a thing, it would create a natural barrier from somebody just completely walking up to him. It's like, yeah, it would create you can only get so close without stepping on the stage. So yeah, that makes sense. So I was trying to get this is what his footprint actually is, and get that to them so they can do whatever it is they want to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, if it looks good, you should ask them, can I have that?
Right. And hopefully it'll fit in Jerry's car.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
But yes, I was hoping that might happen.
Yeah, we were talking about the Mechagodzilla earlier. I think that's probably my favorite build that you've done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm really sorry that I kind of fell off the getting things done wagon. Lost me mojo. trying to get it back.
Okay, Austin Power.
Yeah, exactly. So is it just me, or is the Austin Powers movie really just the Dr. Evil movie with this other character kind of stuck in there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. Although I have to admit, I do love that. They're one of my favorites.
Yeah. I even didn't mind the new Super Bowl ad. That was neat to see.
That was pretty cool, yeah. Well, Seth Green's aged a little bit.
A little bit.
Moon Eyes 2K, yes, you are correct. The Monty Python sketch is done by a bunch of Australians who complain about American beer.
Ah, yes. Okay. That's not the Bruce's sketch, is it?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd make things a lot easier if we just called everybody Bruce.
Yeah. Well, most Australians. No, I'm not going to go there.
All right.
You might have Australian people in the chat. And I don't know.
Is Trash Panda here?
I haven't seen them.
Okay. Trash Panda is Australian, and I get a big kick out of that because it's Tuesday morning for him.
Oh, yes, that's right. You time travel.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's 8 o'clock at night in the UK, so...
Yes. And I remember that from trying to watch Doctor Who. Wait, what time can I actually log on and see this?
Although, I don't know if they put their clocks forward yesterday in the UK. I'm not sure.
You know, they're civilized. They probably didn't.
I know sometimes I think it's when they go back, sometimes it's like 2 weeks later that we do it. So,
Oh, okay. Well, we moved ours around a few years ago. Because it was, I remember the longest time it was always like the week before Easter, or it was always, the same time in the fall. But they moved them recently, like past couple of years.
I still think we should just get rid of it.
It would be better, yeah.
I tell you, my wife was complaining this morning that it was dark when she was getting up to go to work.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's 12 o'clock.
It is 12 o'clock.
Oh, according to that clock, it's 11. So
we got an hour. Sweet.
To go.
All right. It is 12 o'clock. Then
so I will let you...
all we have to do is... Magic. Clicking the thing. We go to edit. And we scroll down and we have visibility. We want to go public. Done. And then we'll add it to the live streams and Ghostbusters Proton Pack build playlist. Done. And save. And that's all it is.
All right, floodgates open.
Floodgates open. Public. As I lean forward because I can't see anything.
That's why I'm wearing my glasses.
Good for
blind
you.
as a bat without it.
Oh, what's this one? Sinister. Oh, we're just making shit up. Yeah, we're just making shit up. All right.
That's true.
Oh, we keep talking about, not terribly important, but tigs.co.uk. So I've even got a British pencil.
Well, I feel very special.
Yeah.
We have two things that are British.
Yes, I have two things that are British. And there's also Irish pencils here. Here, this is from Jerry. It's an Irish pencil.
You can tell it's an Irish pencil because the wrong end's sharpened.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. It came unsharpened. That might have been more of the American fault. But Tiggs is actually, for those of you who are in the UK and want to buy foam and painting products as well as foam adhesive products, Tiggs.co.uk is a English supplier of these fine materials. They have their own line of foam, they have their own lines of flex paint, and they have their own line of glue sticks that are specially formulated to have an adhesive to work better with EVA foam. So it's
Wow.
Yep. tyges.co.uk. This video is not sponsored by, and they're really nice people. So there you go.
But if they'd like to sponsor you,
we talked about it in the past. What they really wanted me to be a USA wholesaler or reseller for their flex paint, and I was kind of interested in it, but I couldn't get my family on board with the amount of work that would do because both Joe and Ellis ran the Gundam business that all three of us were part of years ago. It's where all the grid wall from my booth came from. It was a mail order only Gundam business, and it was just a night. It wasn't a nightmare. It was kind of a nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
And so I think that really changed everyone's opinion on whether or not we want to deal with paint.
All right, well, the floodgates have opened, so we're getting some more people in the chat. So
Excellent.
Eaglecraft says, hello, Odin.
I'm sorry, who does?
Eaglecraft?
Oh, Eaglecraft. Hello, Eaglecraft. Oh, by the way, it's noon. It's now public. Hello, and welcome to the Odin Makes Monday live stream. My name is Odin, and today I'm here with...
Lee Braithwaite from Geek Pride.
Because Felicia is, wasn't able to make it in today. Had a slight, quite busy over the weekend. Had a slight schedule change, but Felicia will be back next week. So don't panic.
Yes, I'm not her replacement.
No.
Her shoes are too small for me, so I can't fill them very long.
There you go.
Who else do we have? Schultz Division says, hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
Sweet.
Hope you're all doing good.
Hello, Schultz. I really appreciate that every single live stream, Schultz pops up. You know, we're doing the Minecraft live stream. Schultz is there. We're doing Among Us. Schultz is there. So thank you, Schultz. I really appreciate your constant viewership. That's very, very cool.
I can't seem to. I don't know if it's my old brain. I can't seem to get into Among Us, and I really want to because it's supposed to be really fun.
It is. It is really fun, and it's okay if you can't get into it. I wouldn't. What is it?
It's a game.
Yes, it's a science fiction version of Clue/Survivor. You know there's you play the part of a randomly colored astronaut that may or may not be wearing a party hat, and if you're actually the presumably human astronaut, then your job is to run around the ship and get your little tasks done, which are basically doing a maintenance to the ship of some sort, you know, realigning the navigation or rewiring something or whatever, mini games. Or you're the imposter, which is who looks exactly like every other multicolored astronaut, but the imposter's job is to kill the human astronauts and take over the ship. Nice. And not get caught. So either humans win by figuring out who the imposter is, or the imposter wins because they've sabotaged the ship enough or got enough humans voted off or killed during the game. And then every time you stumble across someone who's been cut in half with a single bone sticking out like a piece of ham, because apparently that's how their bodies work, you get a chance to go into the voting phase, which is more like Survivor, where
Gotcha.
now you're accusations back and forth and lying about what you're doing and getting people who don't deserve it voted off. It's great fun.
I mean, I watched the live stream last week, and my brain just hurt, so I gave up.
That's fine.
Let's see. Eaglecraft says you never answered his question last time.
That doesn't surprise me. Did I see it last time?
Who's your favorite Ghostbuster? Ray, Egon, Winston, or Venkman?
Oh, I thought I did. So I was saying Egon. It took me a minute to give an answer, and because he was the builder, I went with Egon. Yeah. You know, Ray's got the passion. He's fun, but Egon.
See, I'm more, not that you asked, but I'm more of a Venkman because I'm kind of sarcastic.
There you go. Sure.
Let's see who else. We got Ralph Murrick says, hey.
Hello, Ralph from the Netherlands.
Jonathan Houston says, have you ever made a lightsaber prop? If not, why?
Okay. Do the batteries work right now?
Oh my gosh, we've been an hour and you've actually cut something. I think that's a record, isn't it?
I drew a few things too. Apparently I need new batteries. But there. Yes, I have made 2 or 3 lightsaber props, but I made them for my friend's channel, Beyond Geek. And at the time, I was only on DIY Prop Shop. And when they just were asking me to make a lightsaber, because they saw the video that I had done for Beyond Geek, I was like, oh, sure, that'd be easy to do. And then I talked to Joe about it. You know, is this going to be an issue? Am I stepping on toes? And he was concerned that between watching Odin build a lightsaber on Beyond Geek versus Odin building a lightsaber on DIY Prop Shop, Beyond Geek would suddenly be deemed copying this other channel, even though it's totally the other way around by years. And since everything came out of his pocket. So as a courtesy, I have never made a lightsaber. specifically, because I've got 2 videos on Geek about how to do it.
Yeah.
But so this is actually one of the Geek lightsabers.
And although, making your own is phenomenally, fun to do,
Right.
some of the ones now that you can get from
Right.
Galaxy's Edge are just amazing.
They are. Oh, as well as other, like Sinister Props makes lightsabers that are amazing.
Cool.
So on my channel, I have done things like beam sabers, which is a lightsaber, and the guy who created Gundam fully admits that. But since it was built completely differently, and it's not a lightsaber, that's what I've done. But there will come a time when I will make a proper Lego lightsaber that will be human-sized with the dimensions of the Legos that I've been making. So it'll be a 42mm blade.
Nice.
Big, fat lightsaber blade, right? But I am going to actually make one. So that will
I'm looking forward to that. I love the Lego process. I think I told you that the other day. Felicia said she needs more glue sticks. She's all out.
She is all out of... Ryobi, we need more glue sticks.
All right, we're behind in the chat. So Ben Lynch says, "Hey kids, sorry I'm late."
Hello, Benin, the other half of the Irish Mafia. That's the nickname we give him Among Us. He and Jerry like to team up.
Nice. I love Ireland. In fact, I proposed to my wife in Ireland.
Oh, nice.
On for those of you in Ireland, in Dublin on Apenny Bridge. What else we got? Schultz Division says, "Remember to leave a like on the video. That is good."
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Yes, remember to like the video. Please like and subscribe. And if you want to get in early on the Patreon-only portion of the live streams, then definitely check out patreon.com/Odin Makes, and you'll want to look for, well, actually, any level. In order to get in early for my live streams, in order to get early access to videos when I actually get them finished, all Patreon members get that. So any level will get you that. But if you want to get into the Discord access, which is only a tiny bit more, there's a lot more activity, and I'm a lot more active on the Discord. And the Discord access is all you need in order to become part of the crew that's trying to kill each other on Among Us. So, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, Jerry Rigg says, "I'm missing out not playing Among Us. It's so much fun." And Miss Mary Mac agrees. So fun.
Yes.
And Felicia Mooney says, "They have a couple. You could come and get them if you want to, or they can fetch it."
Ah, okay. Yeah, we'll just pop right over.
Let's see. What else do we have? Bryce New says, "Hey Odin, thanks for the shout out last week. Loving the build series. I'd love to show you my spirit backpack. My spirit pack that I made from the back of my wheelchair."
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Dominic Lacroix. See, I'm doing a Felicia. I'm butchering names.
It's hard when you're on camera, right? All of a sudden you're self-conscious. Of course, you're on camera. You're used to this.
I'm used to it. Yeah, I just.
Everyone, Lee does have his own channel. The name of his channel is right on his sweatshirt or long sleeve T-shirt. It's Geek Pride. So YouTube.com/Geek Pride, and you can find plenty more videos of Lee doing Lee things. A lot of it is eating super spicy food challenges.
Yes.
And yes, I will appear over there at some point because he shoots his videos 4 miles north of here, and that's it.
Such a trek.
Such a long trek.
Moon Knight says, "We know who the imposter is. It's Joe."
Okay, yes. So part of the joke with the game is early on when Joe, because we let Joe run the game, and he just got randomly chosen to the imposter way more than anybody else. there was points when he did it like 3 or 4 times in a row. So yeah, it's just kind of a running joke that Joe's the imposter, so you just vote Joe out. Easy.
And Eaglecraft, if you're interested, Felicia's favorite is Winston.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Felicia's favorite Ghostbuster is okay. We did not ask.
Oh, and Sinister says, "Let's make a lightsaber together."
Oh, that could be cool.
Okay, is he talking like, ghost style, where he puts his hands around yours and does that kind of thing with the...
Oh, welcome to the new creepy video. Sinister's a tall dude. He could probably reach around me like that. That would be cool. I haven't ordered the Edison wire yet, the Edison LED wires yet that Sinister showed me, which are some super flexible, low voltage LED wire. Basically, it's what's inside of a lot of the LED bulbs. You get the fancy bulbs that have the spiral. Yeah, you can just order that wire.
Nice.
I haven't actually ordered it yet, which is silly because time's ticking by.
Sonic EXE666 says, "Hey Odin, why are you so awesome?"
I just can't help it.
I was going to say, can I get the answer?
How am I supposed to answer this? Thank you for the wonderful compliment. Don't even know how to answer that. Trying to answer it as a legitimate question, and I'm thinking I'm hoping it's rhetorical.
Yeah, put in the chat why Odin's so fabulous.
Yeah, there you are.
Let's see, who else we have? Some more folks joining the chat.
Good.
Lopezola144 says, "Buenos dias, banda."
Buenos dias.
As you can tell, I did not take Spanish in school. I did French.
It took me a second. I was like, oh, okay. I heard the buenos dias, which is good day, right? But I don't remember. Sally said buenos dias, panda. Oh, banda. Okay.
Banda.
I don't know that one. I also, living in California, you'd think I would have learned more Spanish than what Big Bird taught me, but it's really about all I know is that and a little bit from Duolingo.
The only Spanish I know is Cerveza por favor.
Oh, okay, there you are.
Or maybe Don de Españo.
Yeah, those are both very important.
Let's see, we got some more people joining in. Waynard says, "Pico."
Ah, yes, Waynard. Waynard is one of those poor unfortunate souls that actually lived with me for a while. I knew him from Play Incorporated, so.
Oh, okay. Guy with the green hats just joined, says, "Hello, everyone."
Hello, Guy.
And Alan Adams says, "It would be serious cool to watch Odin and Odin Makes and Sinister props."
Okay. Well, we'll have to figure that one out. We've got apparently a 16-hour drive separating us. But no, we can totally make that happen. That'd be great.
Let's see what else we got. Ralph Murrick says, "I should join on Discord more often, but so busy the last few months. Life."
It's all good, Ralph.
And Jerry Rick Props, thank you. He subscribed to Geek Pride. I appreciate that.
Oh, nice.
It's very nice of you. And so did Guy with the green hat. Thank you very much.
Right on.
Josephat Moncado says, "Odin, what's up?"
Hello, Joseph. Not a lot. Doing a live stream, cutting things out, trying not to cut my fingers. Normal stuff. What you doing?
Moon Ice says, "Why are you so awesome? Comes from birth and a broken habit."
Comes from birth and a broken habit.
Unbroken habit.
All right.
Let's see what else we got. Chat's pretty busy this morning.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, we're asking them questions.
The Dark Knight says...
That's the Dark Light, isn't it?
No, Dark Knight.
Is it Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
Okay. Oh, it is Dark Knight. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's Commander Darklight. Okay, sorry.
I have my glasses on. I can read.
You can. I should not question you.
I might have been able to
You
pronounce.
also are not the product of the American public education system, so I really shouldn't question you.
It says, and surprising question based on the name, "Odin, could you make a Batman cowl from the new movie?"
What a surprising question. I'll be honest. Okay, so I saw the movie. I really liked the movie. That I would be totally happy to go see this 3-hour movie again. It was really, really cool to see a detective story Batman movie. And it was also not rushed, which was amazing. It was a nice, you're used to a movie that actually takes its time to tell its story, right?
Yeah.
It takes its time to tell its story. It isn't TikTok pace. But oddly enough, there wasn't really a whole lot of props that grabbed me. Oh, I gotta make that. It didn't happen.
Really?
The cowl, yeah, it was kind of cool. It's got a very leather look to it, and it's very interesting the way they did the nose. But yeah, it just didn't. Yeah,
Nothing grabbed you.
nothing really grabbed me. Nothing was like, oh, I gotta make that.
I haven't seen it yet. I will be watching it, but I haven't got around to watching it yet.
Sure.
I'm old, and 3 hours in a movie theater for me is kind of hard.
Okay, I can appreciate that. I went to go see it with Tim, who's probably not watching, but is also a Patreon member, really nice. It's great having someone who takes the lead on. Well, I got a bunch of tickets. Okay, great. I'll be there. Yeah, Tim was his opinion was it could have been shorter. That a good editor could have easily taken a half an hour out of it. It's like probably, but it would have totally changed the pace of the movie. And since it was kind of noir style, it was kind of, I mean, yeah, I was fine with it. Really? But I don't know how else to put it, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of movies nowadays, because it's so expensive to go see them in the theater, I think directors are like, I gotta make this movie worth their money. And, you know, I'll make a 4.5 hour epic.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Well, we're just back to where movies were in the 60s. There was a point in time, because, what was it? Film gets developed, they make their arbitrary aspect ratio, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So 35 millimeter film. This is what we got. TV gets developed. Well, it matches what films are, because what else are you going to do? So in order to try and make people go back to the theater, because now they've got TV, no one's going to go to the movies anymore. Now they come out with Panavision and Scope and all these extra wide stuff. And then that went on into the 60s where you're starting to get 4-hour epics, 3-hour epics. You get Cleopatra, you get Ben-Hur, you get all these big, long movies. And then the multiplex happened, and you wanted to get as many movies stuck into the theater as possible in a day. So everything gets shortened down to like 90 minutes to 100 minutes, because if you can get one more showing in a day, that's that much more profit in a day, right? Anyway, so I'm okay with it going back to being a little longer.
But if you think about the older movies, like you mentioned, they had intermissions.
This is true. They did.
So old people like me could run to the restroom.
That's true. They did, and they also would have like the 70 millimeter reproduction for or whatever, not reproduction. 2001: A Space Odyssey had the full overture outro music, as I recall, as did The Hateful Eight, but that was Tarantino copying it. But the Tower played both of those, and and I think they both had an intermission, but the outro music was it was the full Blue Danube, I think, playing over basically a blue screen.
Really?
There wasn't a whole lot to it. Yeah, but it was just the end of the movie. It was your chance to talk about what you just saw, to sort of not be rushed out of the theater, you know. Also, it was unlike modern movies. You know, it was the old style credits where everything's in the beginning. And you get to the end, it's like, here's people you just saw. Thanks, good night. And that was the end of the credits.
DGamer2099 says, hello, Odin and guest. Hi, I'm Lee.
This is Lee.
Just got off work and enjoying the stream.
Sweet.
And Schultz Division's asking, Odin, did you add the annual payment on Patreon, or was it the whole time and I missed it?
I just added it after the last live stream, after you asked, and then posted that as a comment. So which makes total sense. Schultz was asking about it because where he is, the monetary cost. What is it? The
conversion rate?
Yeah, the conversion rate. The conversion rate was costing more than the Patreon pledge.
Oh, I can believe that.
And so it made it really difficult to join, which I can fully appreciate. But do the annual, it's one conversion rate and said and done. So yeah,
nice.
And thinking about it for the same reason, because that never occurred to me that a conversion rate could be an issue.
Oh yeah.
That would be a good reason to try and get the members or membership thing going with YouTube. Which could also get access to Discord and such, because hopefully conversions would be different through Google than Patreon. Being a slightly larger company, they might actually have a local, so the conversion rate wouldn't be necessarily the individual going through a bank to go to the US. It would be the individual going to the local version of Google, who would then internally deal with it. I hope. I could be wrong.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, that's the fantasy. There looks like there was a super chat.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, it was I saw the colored bar, so just scroll. Or actually, it might even be down. We might not be to it yet.
Oh, there we go. Moon Ice 2K.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Thank you very much for that. It says Odin, remember, so not UK.
Oh, right. Because it's Swedish. SEK. Yeah.
SEK.
Sorry. Sent me English tea, so you know.
Do you remember what came?
What's that?
What kind of tea?
Oh, yes, the tea that you sent me was smoky Earl Grey.
Oh, I love that. That's good.
Which is good.
That's right.
And then also Lapsang Souchong, so
okay.
Which is another smoky tea. And then I through the same company, because of what you sent me, I don't know if you heard me earlier, I bought some teas for Ellis's birthday. So I got Ellis the Easter tea, gunpowder, and Russian Caravan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jesus says, thoughts on paper macheing foam?
That'd work.
It would stiffen it up a lot, wouldn't it?
It would stiffen it up a lot. Well, what I could see, for me, I'm used to working with foam, is to basically make like vacuum form. You make your buck, right? Your form, and then you lay your paper mache over it. And when it dries, you pull the paper mache off, and then do it again.
Yeah.
You could easily make a pair of, shoulder pads or armadillo armor or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would work.
Because if I remember rightly to my childhood, paper mache is just kind of like old newspapers or paper.
Yeah.
In flour and water.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Flour and water, cornstarch and water works really well. Okay. But yeah, newspaper, shredded. You get the shredded paper out of the paper shredder bin. You can buy paper mulch at an art store. They'll make a really fine paste.
I did not know that. Aria Mess says, "I love you, man."
Thanks, love you too, man.
And Josephat says, "I'm doing physics homework while watching the stream."
Oh wow!
I think he might want to focus if it's physics, to be honest. But let's see. Microman 504 says, "I just assembled my own Proton Pack."
Nice. Yep. We're still using the Lost Wax Oz's patterns and mostly getting parts cut out. But yeah, it's great. I'm really happy with Chris's pattern. This is very, very easy to work with, and very grateful that I can do a live stream and I have to think hard about how I'm going to build something. Instead, I can just enjoy building it.
Yes, thinking hard.
Yeah, thinking hard. Thinking hard. Fire burn.
Jerry just says he told Ron Perlman that he made his Good Samaritan from the Odin Makes video.
Oh, nice.
We were very jealous about that. We were talking about that earlier. We were both very jealous that you got to meet Ron Perlman. We both think he's fabulous.
Yeah. And I love the fact, I called it the Good Samaritan because I'm used to, classic stories. Apparently, it's just called the Samaritan in the movie.
Is it really?
It's just the Samaritan. It's not called the Good Samaritan.
I've seen at least the first movie probably a dozen times, and I don't remember that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's just called. And I didn't realize this until well after my DIY prop shop video, or no, it's my own video, came out. Oh wait, that's not what it's called. Whoops. I think I dropped the good for the title, but of course I say it multiple times in the video, and I can't change that. I'm working on the belts that go over the front of the cyclotron for those of you who are trying to keep up at home.
I think I mentioned to you the other day, I years ago I made a Ghostbusters Proton Pack out of, very on-screen accurate, I will say, out of foam core and bits of electrical boxes from Home Depot and places like that.
Yeah.
And I was really struggling with how to make this, and I ended up using the old racetracks that you used to use the little cars down.
Oh, the little Hot Wheels, the orange. Okay.
And it worked perfectly.
Yeah, that would.
Sinister says, "Have you seen the Adam Project on Netflix?" I think that's the new Ryan Reynolds movie.
I have seen the trailers for it. I haven't stopped to actually watch the whole movie yet.
I think it only came out this weekend, actually.
Did it?
I think so.
Okay. Since it's a time travel movie, I should watch it because that is a genre or trope that I enjoy a lot in movies.
Yeah, same.
In fact, I just recently saw a little bit of a recap trailer or whatever for a Netflix movie with Henry Rollins from like 2015. He Didn't Die or something like that. Basically, it looks like he's a falling angel that's been on Earth for 10,000 years. And having just listened to Sandman, it's like, oh, this is...
Ralph says he subscribed to Geek Pride. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that. And Microman says he just sent a picture of Proton Pack to your Instagram.
Oh, nice.
Emrus317 says hello. First time he's been able to check you out live.
Sweet. Hello, Emrus.
If you check it out next week, you'll have Felicia here, who's way better looking than I am.
This is true. But I do really appreciate that you're here. And it's not all about Max.
I'm just appreciative about the house. Like I told you, I've been off work with some health issues recently, and getting out of the house is kind of nice.
That's good. I'm sure if you wanted to drop by when Felicia's here, no one's going to be upset.
All right, I appreciate that.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is cool. I've opened up Instagram and I see a video of from Rick Baker with a flying monkey statue that I don't know if he made or not, but it's neat that Instagram, I can actually look at Rick Baker and what he's doing now that he's retired.
I was going to say I thought he retired. Yeah. Let's see. Very cool. Afterlife says, will you make any more Evil Dead props? I would love to see the Kandarian dagger.
Oh, wow.
That would be a good one, actually.
I haven't thought about the Kandarian. Yeah, that is original Evil Dead prop, right? Yeah. Because that doesn't get talked about.
No, it's all the way through.
It's all the way through.
I actually literally just finished last week watching the whole 3 seasons of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Right.
And it's a massive part of that.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. So yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Good call out.
Good call. I like that. I've been caught up on doing the Necronomicon, which I'm not against doing, but the whole idea of binding a book, which not hard, but I'm still trying to do a video a week, and right now I'm trying to get back on making a video a week.
I actually bought a replica Necronomicon from, oh gosh, who was the one making it? Some company. No, yeah, NECA. I think it was NECA. And I was so disappointed when it came because the pages were clean. So the prints were great.
Oh, the prints were there. Okay.
The prints were there, but they were clean.
Oh,
so they had ripped edges, but it was clean. So I used
weird.
I used your brown shoe polish.
Okay.
And some red paint and aged it and added blood, and it looks pretty cool now. So I'm happy.
All right.
Oh, Lopazola 144 says this live is perfect to watch and listen to while drawing animations. Amazing what you build.
Nice. Yeah, we were joking about it being a pod stream the other day because there's a lot of talking and not a lot of requiring you to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy with the green hat says, where's Felicia?
Felicia is not available today. Felicia was quite busy over the weekend helping out some family getting married. Not that she was getting married, but she's helping family get married. So she had other things she had to get accomplished today. It happens.
Darn life.
Darn life. Well, if it comes a time that I'm not here for a Monday stream, if we can convince Felicia to come by, the two of you can do it.
Well, she can cut the phone, and I'll watch the chat again.
There, yes.
Because the way my hands are right now, the phone would be very jagged.
Right.
And we don't want to risk that.
No.
Let's see. Bryce says, Odin, are you a god? Ghostbuster reference.
Yes.
Let's see what else we got. Mr. Rooster says, hi, new friend. As a Godzilla fan, I approve of this Odin shirt. Where is my beloved Felicia? Well, you just answered that.
Right. Just answered that. Thank you for approving of the shirt. And I'm looking at doing a Mechagodzilla update this week. So, because I'm cleaning Mechagodzilla up and making a stand, not unlike Lost Wax Oz's stand, but it'll be different, to support him better. Up till now, every time I ever take him to a con, I always put him on a C stand, which is just it's a piece of film gear. It's a single pole with feet that fold up, so it's very easy to put a ton of them in a truck the way it folds up. But he doesn't quite sit right because it's a single pole and he doesn't have a single exhaust port for the pole to go into. So, yeah, I need to make a new stand. And also, he just kind of hangs. So I'm actually making arms and things for him so he had to be in a much better pose. And then he'll be at WonderCon. So that's exciting.
Sinister Pro says, got a bounce working on a master chassis Ezra Saber.
Oh,
and
wow.
I need to put some chill music on to try and figure out the Millennium Puzzle level of installs.
Yeah, I bet. Thank you for being here while you were, Sinister.
Okay, so Moon Eye says, indeed, Hellboy just refers to it as the Samaritan because it puts monsters out of their misery. In the comics, it's not even that. It's the pistol the Torch of Liberty gave me.
Okay.
And Felicia's working.
And Felicia's working, yes. Okay.
Apparently.
Yes, she is. I don't know, wasn't sharing personal, which is not that personal, but yes, Felicia's working because... So what Felicia does for a living, which everyone knows already, is makes custom wedding dresses. So when her brother was getting married, she made the custom wedding dress for the bride. In order for all that to work out, Felicia needed to take last Friday off to get everything set up and ready for... So she's at work today.
Harry Taylor says, hi, Odin.
Hello, Harry Taylor. Harry Taylor, right?
Harry Taylor.
Harry Taylor. Hello, Harry.
Not Harry, Harry.
Harry.
I have an accent, in case you haven't noticed.
Not really, actually.
And Gabe Moffat says, when are you going to do some more Power Rangers, Odin?
There's Power Rangers plans, and I need to coordinate with someone else who isn't on the channel. So, and then at the same time, Felicia is totally ready for any more Pink Ranger stuff. But trust me, with all the effort that I had other people go through in order to make me my own theme song, I totally want more Power Rangers.
I'd forgotten you had a theme song for that.
Yeah,
I remember now.
Yeah. I've got some friends here in the front of the building with the Rosa Morton audio suite. Jesse Plays the Hits is his Instagram. Who's on tour right now with another band. He's managing the tour. He and another friend did the cover for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song. That was copyright different, right? But he was saying, wow, I've never played Iron Maiden before. This is fun. And yeah, I think the guys did a great job. You totally know what it is, and it's not.
Yeah. Mr. Rooster says he approves of Mechagodzilla.
Ah, sweet. Thank you, Mr. Rooster.
And Moon Knight says, well, who knows? Maybe Harry is Harry. Who can tell? Other than Harry.
Other than Harry. Well, as long as it's not Harriet. Actually, it could be Harriet, too. This doesn't matter.
Bryce suggests that a belt gizmo would be a cool, fun, fast build for you and would add a ton to your flight suit.
It would add a ton to my flight suit. I would like to do some more. There's so many things that we can do with the Ghostbusters. I am excited for it. I've got a viewer that sent me their pattern for making the ghost trap. I'm totally happy to do. I know both Adam Savage and Bill Duran have recently done the goggles.
Yep.
And the belt gizmo. I've got the shoe polisher to make a. I've said this for years, and it's still sitting in a box. I've got the shoe polisher for making the PKE meter, so I want to do that.
Oh, the actual original one?
Yeah, the actual original shoe polisher, or at least a close enough model. It's got the right body.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this is definitely going to be a long-term thing. It's not going to be all Ghostbusters on the live stream until the next Ghostbusters movie, but there's going to be a lot of Ghostbusters being built. Usually, I like to try and make videos close to the time when, if I'm trying to make a video that's going to be coinciding with something that's coming out, I like to do it around the same time, because that way you can, as a YouTube personality, you can capitalize on the buzz that's happening otherwise, right? Thankfully, Ghostbusters is evergreen enough; it doesn't matter. Yeah. But right in the heyday of Ghostbusters finally coming out, I got this great gig working with Arcane, and with the Arcane Experience in LA, creating 40 some odd props for them in a month. Yeah, didn't have time to do Ghostbusters. Barely had time to do anything on my channel.
Yeah, there's so many cool props in Ghostbusters.
There is.
Let's see. I want that prop, says Odin. Have you thought how you're going to attach that to your Alice frame?
Nope.
Contact cement.
I'm sure there's some sort of a fitting or something. No, I'm not. The worst case, I know I can get some cable wraps. There's things that you would use for attaching electrical cables, or it's like a vinyl hoop type of thing. Yeah, yeah. And we can put a little piece of wood inside the pack, and there's so many. not a problem I'm afraid of. How's that? Out of all the things I am concerned about, how to attach it to the Alice Pack frame is not something I'm worried about.
Get the thing built first.
Yeah, get the thing built first. Once I have it in my hands and I can touch it and work with it and see how the things really are, then it becomes very easy for me to worry about that type of a large detail.
Gotcha. Moon Eyes is on a roll with this hairy thing. She's saying hairy.
I like that. I got you saying she.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Moon Eyes.
Sorry. Oh, that's right. It's a he. I apologize, Moon Eyes.
Oh, I misgendered so early on, and it did it for a couple of weeks.
Oh. Harry Pothead in the Chamber of Twinkies.
Oh, fun.
I'd watch that, actually.
So, got some friends in Sacramento that have a Star Trek band called Warp 11. And
I've heard of them.
You've heard of Warp 11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all, it's sex, drugs, and Star Trek. That's the songs are all. All the songs are about Star Trek, but they're all, warp11.com. Go look them up. At one point in time, they were joking about making themselves a Harry Potter band, and they're just going to call it
Lord.
Quidditch.
All right, so what else? Schultz Division says, what's the coolest prop you've ever seen? Either genius choices or creativity beyond.
What are my parameters of this question? This is a fun question.
What
Coolest prop I've ever seen?
That one right there.
Either genius choices or creativity beyond. Alrighty, so what's the parameter here? Is this okay, I'm going to assume this is fan built and not movie.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
You mentioned that the Piggy meter, the props guys use the shoe cleaner.
Yeah, which is I love when they're found objects, which doesn't happen nearly as much as it used to. Not with 3D printing and everything else.
Yeah.
And then the higher definition video and film grains and such, you don't have the sloppiness that we used to get away with props just 15 years ago. Most genius. Okay, well, as a single prop, I know. So Rambaldi, was that his name? The fellow who made the E.T. puppet.
Oh, Carlo Rambaldi, yeah.
Carlo Rambaldi,
Yeah.
okay. Almost, to paraphrase it, killed himself because he was trying to make a one and done prop. Almost everything E.T. does in the movie, the one puppet does. Now you have a costume that the little person runs around in, and there is one separate thing that actually. See, I haven't had tea, so my memory's failing me. Robert Short built. So at the last minute, Robert Short came in to help out with making the heart light, and whereas Rambaldi was trying to make an ET that could work in any shot, in any condition, in any way. Robert's like, well, what's the parameters of the shot? What do you need it to do? Well, he's in the back of the van. He's this, he's that. So there was 10 feet of mechanism that came out the back of the ET in order to make the heart light come on. And when it comes on, there's a bit of a rheostat to make it glow on. But at the same time, they pushed it forward 6 feet in order to help create the intensity and to get the slight change in how it just looked. So that was very much a specific prop. But anyway.
There you go.
There's one off the top of my head.
Thank you to Ben and Lynch, who has contributed to the Lego Prop Builds and the Ellis Builds Lego Fund.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Bennett. Right on. €20, too. Yep, I haven't built Legos for a little while. Hey, you got a Millennium Falcon.
I do have a Millennium Falcon. Yeah, I do have a Millennium Falcon in the garage. That's been sitting there for months, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's all right. Lee's hands got hurt, and the dexterity of doing the Legos is not comfortable, which is really sad.
I know, right? I have all this time off work, and I can't do any Lego. It's killing me. Gabe Moffat says, Odin, have you thought about making a vampire killer from Castlevania Lords of Shadow? I'd really like to see that.
Interesting. No, I have not thought about it. One of the best parts about asking people for requests is there's fandoms that I'm not in touch with, and that's something I haven't heard of. I mean, I've heard of Castlevania, but I
Yeah.
haven't heard of that particular prop.
No, me
And
either.
I'll be honest, I haven't played the game and I haven't watched the show. I know it's all good. It has to be. It's been around forever. But,
I think the last time I played Castlevania was on Super Nintendo.
okay.
But I know it's out on other systems. And I know I have a friend who watches it on Netflix and he loves it.
Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix.
I think it's on Netflix.
Orion of Realms says, I started watching 2 years ago and was wondering what the big sword with the red flesh and an eye in the background is. I'm assuming he's talking about this beast.
There's that beast. That was, speaking of fandoms I'm not in touch with and why I take requests, that's Soul Edge from the video game Soul Calibur. That's Nightmare's sword, the main villain. That's his 10,000-year-old blade that eats souls when it defeats you in battle. Because, swords do that.
Of course.
Of course.
Bernie Davis says, hey Odin, who's your guest there?
This is the lovely Lee Braithwaite.
We almost got through a whole episode.
Almost!
Oh, Lord. Yes, I'm Lee Braithwaite. My
There it
channel is on YouTube is Geek Pride, and I introduced Odin to peanut butter and jelly cheeseburgers on Friday.
Yes. I've had peanut butter burgers before, but not peanut butter and jelly. And I had the same reaction at first that everyone else I talked to went, was jelly on a burger? It's good. It really is good. And then there's literally nothing else. It is peanut butter and jelly bacon cheeseburger. And that is all that's on the burger. And it's great. And it was grape jelly, and it wasn't an issue. It wasn't I was mopping it up off the plate. It wasn't an overpowering flavor. It wasn't a problem, right? It wasn't like this, no. It was good.
It's funny, one of the things that we just ordered for my channel to do a spicy challenge with is some spicy peanut butter and some spicy chili jelly. And we're going to do a spicy peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
All right, we're getting a little behind, so let's see where we are.
Well, this is you'll now you're seeing why
I see why you guys kind of
we kind of just what's current and why not everything gets directly answered. But I appreciate that you're almost 100% focusing on that. That's really pretty cool.
Well, like I said, I can't cut them like Felicia, so
right. And then I think you've had a few stories. I know we can get Felicia going on stories, so. I'm almost done cutting out the two cyclotron parts. I can move on to, more cyclotron parts. Now, at any point, if you'd like, now this happens to me all the time too. Like I'll bring something and I'll be excited about talking about something or showing something off, but then I get caught up with talking to the chat or talking about other stories and forgetting that I had actually brought something. You brought something. Did you want to
sure.
show stuff off and talk about that at all?
I totally forgot about it. Yeah, well, for those of you who weren't here earlier, because before we started the Open the Floodgates at noon, we had the Patreon only chat. So you should join Odin's Patreon.
Yes.
Link below.
Link below. And there it really is. Patreon.com/Odin Makes.
One of the things that I collect is puppets. So whenever I go to a local convention, I bring one of my Muppet replicas, which are, like you were saying about your band, where it's not 100% the Power Rangers theme. These are not 100%, because that's how we get around it.
Yeah.
Let me go grab one real fast, and I'll bring it over.
Now what's funny is
I'm gonna walk in front of the camera.
yeah, walk in front of the camera. So it's all good. You all right?
Yeah.
He's saying that they're not 100%. I haven't been able to pick out how they're not 100%, which, maybe I don't scrutinize hard enough. I know it is. I'm happy. Which is also probably a good lesson, even for me to think about and to think about talking to some of you. As the artist building your thing, you know how something's not 100%. But the viewer who's watching your finished project isn't aware of exactly how not 100% Kermit actually is.
Yeah, so this is actually the first one I ever got.
Okay.
Which,
so this is one that came from,
Yeah.
I'm going to say it, Toy Fusion.
yay!
Yay! Toy Fusion is a local toy reseller. They do a lot of vintage toys and hard to find stuff.
Yep.
They've been around for years with a couple of different locations. And Joe Diaz, the voice of SAC Anime, hangs out at Toy Fusion enough that people assume he owns it.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got the big G.I. Joe tattoo.
Okay,
he's got
yeah,
the stars, the stripes, yeah. On one arm, yeah, he's got the G.I. Joe, the 3 stars and the red, white, and blue stripes. And in the other arm, he's got a Decepticon and an Autobot.
Okay.
That's very much Joe Diaz's things.
Nice.
Nice. So, hello, Kermit.
Oh, hi there. My impressions are not that great.
That's
want you
fine.
I tend to
Would
do-
you rather I not talk to Kermit?
No. I tend to do more of a Matt Vogel Kermit than the Jim Henson Kermit.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, there's a famous puppeteer in England called Phil Fletcher,
Okay.
and he always says that to do an accurate Kermit, you have to talk like that
Oh, okay.
and actually move your lips. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So this, like I said, this is not the difference between this and the original Kermits.
Right.
Is there's foam in the head.
Oh, okay.
I think we were talking earlier. Henson's hand was so massive that he
You were talking
completely
about
filled it. And I've got big hands, so I don't know how big his must have been.
Right.
But yeah, this is pretty good. All the fingers have metal, so they can hold.
Oh, he's
Props.
actually got a...
Yeah, they're articulated.
Okay.
So I actually 3D printed. I designed and 3D printed a banjo for him.
Very cool.
Very close to the original
Right.
Muppet movie. And so this is Kermit. Yeah. So he hasn't been to a con yet for some reason.
Even though he was the first.
Yeah, he was the first.
And
But
which makes sense, because Kermit was kind of the first for Henson.
that's true. That's very true. Yeah. And I think it's because he's so small. You know, a lot of
Okay.
people taking pictures is kind of hard because I don't want to be in them, so you kind of stand like that.
Okay.
But things like Fozzie, which are live hand puppets, are much bigger.
Right.
They're much more photogenic.
Okay.
That's right.
Fair enough. Do the thing. Kermit, you blinked at the second one. Anyway.
Yeah. So these, and again, the green color is very slightly different.
Okay.
But this is using the same fabric that they've used in the Muppets for years. So
Very cool.
But-
You were talking about that over the weekend when we were talking.
yeah,
That-
the original fabric was something called Fazelle. So the original Muppets were all made of a fabric called Fazelle,
Fazelle.
and the company went out of business years and years ago.
Oh.
So most puppeteers now use a different kind of felt. Name's drawing a blank.
Fleece or...
Yeah, it's a certain kind of fleece.
Okay.
Very resilient.
Behind the scenes
to
Fashions
stitching.
knows if she posts it, because I was talking to her over the weekend as well, and immediately, oh, it's this, and just rattled it right off.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm drawing
sounds
a
right.
blank. I'm drawing a blank. Felicia, what's the fabric that the most puppets are made of? But yeah, so Fazelle has now started producing again. There's a company in Vegas producing it. So most puppeteers now are just going back to that. So
For sure. Because you were saying it's really, really good at hiding the seams. And
it's good at hiding seams because if you, this was built by a puppeteer locally. So you can kind of see, I don't think the camera picks up, you can kind of see the seam there. There are ways to hide it, but
right.
I just don't want to risk damaging it.
No, you don't. And honestly, there's times that I've seen Kermit seam before I think, or maybe I'm just remembering the oversized Kermit stuffy that KVIE had when I worked at the PBS station.
Oh, really?
Because, of course, they had, Kermits all over the place, too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
They had a couple of them, and a big life-size cardboard cutout of Big Bird. That was stuck to the wall. That was pretty cool.
That's nice. Microfiber polar fleece.
Oh.
I think it's got a brand name, Felicia, but I'm drawing a complete blank on what it was. But anyway, so this new Fazelle is now back in production in Vegas.
Okay.
So they're just using that. So I have an animal. The most recent one I have is an animal that's made with it, and it's much tougher, more resilient to movement.
Oh, wow, okay.
So they'll last longer. So it's good.
Right. And animals covered with ostrich plume? Or
Yep, ostrich
okay.
feathers and some fur as well. he does have the eyebrow mechanism, but as I was saying to you, the last time I took it to a con, you move your middle finger to move the eyebrows on animal up and down, and by half an hour into that con, my finger just wouldn't move anymore. It completely locked up. So people were saying, make him Antron fleece. Thank you, Moon Eyes. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Antron fleece. That's
Antron?
What it was. Yeah, Antron. Could not think what it was. So thank you for that. Yeah. So people still use that because it's cheaper than the
microfiber. Or okay.
The Antron fleece is cheaper than the Fazelle.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, it hides seams better and is more resilient. So most puppeteers now are tending to go for the Fazelle.
Okay.
So this is Kermit.
Hello, Kermit.
Oh, how you doing?
You need a trench coat and a microphone.
Felicia, got a job for you. So yeah, they work pretty good.
Yeah.
Would you like to try them on?
Sure.
This is going to prevent you from.
Well, any excuse to not work, right? Oh, he's actually got a wire around the cuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a bit of foam up in his mouth
Just
as well.
Just a little tiny bit, yeah.
Okay. So the hands are down here somewhere. Something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Hi ho! Welcome to the Odin Makes live stream. With a sorry, got a frog in my throat.
It's so funny. I was telling you the other day. I took Gonzo to a con, and I had two little kids come up to Gonzo, and they were having a conversation with Gonzo, and I'm answering him in a Gonzo voice,
right?
And the kid it's like I wasn't there.
Yeah,
they were just staring right in his face.
Yep,
having this whole conversation with Gonzo. It was really funny.
Yeah, I remember doing that with the puppetry class that I had taken, and there was one point in time I made a large foam dragon. And yeah, I would end up talking to people with the dragon, and they would end up just talking to the dragon. Yeah. And I wasn't trying to throw my voice. I wasn't trying to use a different voice or anything. It was just the eye contact was with the dragon.
Yep. And of course, with COVID and the cons generally require a mask still,
right?
They don't see your lips moving, so they just assume it's coming from the puppet. You're having way too much fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moon Eyes is right. It is Antron. I'm just going to blank.
Muppets aren't a big change from one of the first things I really got interested in for props, which is rubber monsters. Oh, yeah. Because they're basically puppets too.
Oh,
so,
of course, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is great.
Shall I grab the other one that we can maybe do a conversation?
Sure.
Let me quickly go grab Fozzie.
All right. Of course, I'm on camera, which also is fun. That makes me feel a little self-conscious, oddly enough. But, yeah, whatever. Crazy Joe 67. Yeah, Sweetums is definitely... It's hard not to love Sweetums. I love the... Godzilla fan. I love the big full-body costume Muppets. The two main Muppet, it was technically three, but one was a pair, cosplays. I remember seeing the one year I went to Dragon Con, so this is September 2019. There was a pair of people who had made big mascot Sweetums style versions of Statler and Waldorf. And being at Dragon Con, where you're the inside of a large hotel with tons of balconies, you can look down on everyone. It was a really cool costume concept because it worked really well at the con. And then the other one was actually Big Bird, but the person wasn't Big Bird as their cosplay. They were the puppeteer for Big Bird, which I can't remember the guy's name right now. Yeah, I know he just passed away. But all they made were the suspenders and the feet that were the normal Big Bird feet. The entire rest of the upper body they didn't wear, but they had the right suspenders. They had the same type of like bow tie. Bow tie and. The other clothes he would typically wear. So they were him, the performer, and not
You're
Big
talking
Bird.
about Carol Spiney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Hi there, welcome to Odin Makes.
And Fozzie also has a frog in his throat. So you're calling Fozzie a hand puppet?
So this is a live hand puppet.
A live hand.
The live, one of your hands, well actually two hands if you wanted, if you have a second puppeteer.
Oh, okay.
So there's a second hand there.
He's Velcroed much like Big Bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Just for taking him around cons and things like that.
Oh, sure.
But you've got one hand there, so you can actually, pick up props and things like that.
Right. Play
And then
the piano. Oh, that's Ralph.
That's Ralph. Yeah. But the jaw on this one is kind of flexible because Frank Oz, when he was puppeteering, would make the jaw go in and out sometimes.
Yes. I remember that. Yeah, because he would get concerned about his jokes bombing or whatever. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So these are just a couple from my collection.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've got Kermit and we have Fozzie and you've got Animal. You've talked about
Animal, yeah. Gonzo, which I
Gonzo?
think is probably my favorite, honestly.
Well,
I
yeah.
love Gonzo.
And you're working on the Christmas Carol outfit for Gonzo.
Yeah, I got him ready to do the Christmas Carol outfit, and then we didn't go this year to watch Muppet Christmas Carol. And then Miss Piggy.
And Miss Piggy. Okay.
Miss Piggy is so heavy though. Well,
that's interesting.
She has a real wig on.
Okay, that's
which
right.
adds a lot to the weight.
Even, yes, wigs can get heavy. They're hot and they're heavy.
Yeah. She's got a real outfit on, like a child's dress.
Oh, okay.
So that adds weight to it.
All right.
And if you do she has feet, which I take off when you puppeteer.
Okay.
But the feet are so heavy because they got real shoes on.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Miss Piggy's heavy to carry around. Plus, her head is a lot of foam, sculpted and what have you. Well, hers is a pattern actually, but it's a lot of foam, and so it gets really hot in there.
Okay. How hard is it to puppeteer if it's a solid piece of foam? Or is it cut so it's okay?
She doesn't have a lot of movement in the mouth. Like, her mouth literally only opens about that much.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But because of the snout, it looks bigger.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But she's an interesting puppet to use.
All right. So have you done many karate kicks with her? Or I guess she's more the roundhouse punch. But.
I do have a photograph when I first got of me holding her with her giving me a punch in the face.
Okay, cool.
Which is kind of fun. Yeah, but this is one of my fun hobbies, and I know you're a Muppet fan, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
We bring these to cons, and people like to take their pictures with them.
Now you also got a custom ordered Muppet of yourself.
I do, yes. Actually, wearing the same shirt.
And wearing the same shirt,
Yeah.
right? The picture you showed me. Oh no, the Muppet's wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, which looks really. And then there's one other one you started working on, bringing it up, even though he was leaving it out. So sorry. Yeah, Rolf, you started.
I actually started building my own Rolf, and I'm not quite happy with it. I ended up 3D printing the eyes and the nose.
Okay.
But I'm not happy with the body, and unfortunately, the fabric that I used, I don't have any more of. So I'm still trying to find some of the fabric that matches to kind of redo the body a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, Felicia and I were just talking about the fabric hair over the weekend as well for an upcoming project.
Gotcha.
And both agreed that, yeah, San Francisco is a great place to go to find good hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Well, I got the last fabric at one of the local craft stores.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, it was an off-cut, and they've never had it since. So I can't.
Damn it.
I can't get any more.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I remember going down to San Francisco to get fur with Joe Gillis for a puppet project he was working on that didn't happen. But yeah, the shop, they just had a lot of really good, a lot of long hair, a lot of hair that was bicolor,
Gotcha.
a lot of much better selection at this one place we happened to go to, San Francisco, wherever it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Piggy, when I first got the puppet from England, I messaged the guy and I said, "Hey, how come the ears aren't connected?" He said, "Well, they aren't on the real Muppet, and we do that so that they can change the wigs."
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's the old Piggy's wigs are basically pinned in with T-pins,
Okay.
and then the ears are pinned into that, so it's
Okay.
easy to change the style.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that though.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So, Fozzie, you've been checking the chat. Is there anything you wanted to point out?
Moon Eye says, "Do not say that Miss Piggy is heavy unless you want to be slapped across the theater."
Yeah, okay, this is true. Yeah, take it from me, this is very true.
And Crazy Joe 671 says, "I love Fozzie's Studebaker. I'm looking for a Studebaker pickup." They actually just started a GoFundMe to completely renovate the original from the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was on one of the puppet groups I'm on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
Bernie Davis says, waka waka. Sweetens was performed by John Henson, the brother of Brian.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
And Gabe says, would you ever make a Muppet for one of your videos? Well, you and Felicia kind of did.
We kind of did, yeah.
On the live stream.
He's now it's my turn to go walk off camera and find a puppet.
All right, we'll hold the fort. We'll look at the chat and we'll.
I appreciate that.
Let's see, because we missed quite a bit. I know.
We get to get him sitting properly. He won't look so.
Mr. Rooster said, "Hey, dude, bro, next to Odin, where are you from? I'm originally from England."
Hello, dude, bro.
That's gonna be my new name. I'm getting a shirt that says "Dude, bro."
Yeah.
I'm originally from England, but I've lived in Sacramento for 25 years. Wait, I'm learning to heal. Says, "Hey, Odin, how you doing?"
Hello.
Let's see. Mr. Rooster says, "I can't take you seriously when Kermit is being Kermit." And let's see what else we got missing. We let a lot scroll by. Moon Eye says, depending on the jelly and the burger, Lingonberry's epic on burgers. So we're going way back now.
Going way back in the Wayback Machine.
Oh, here comes Puppet Odin.
So, this one's a voice that's a lot easier for me to do.
That's a good voice.
I feel really, yeah,
that's a great
really
voice.
good about this one.
That's like me when I do my Lee puppet.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, Felicia and I have joked, as well as people in the chat have asked, about us doing. I've just got a. You're hovering over someone's thumbnail, so the image, whatever. Doing like an all puppet live stream, and so Felicia's got a Felicia puppet, I've got an Odin puppet, you've got a Lee puppet, which totally blows our puppets out of the water, but that's okay.
Somebody was asking, was Alpha similar puppet? I mean, the one for most of it, yeah. I mean, he's just another hand puppet with a live hand.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, did you pull a pattern to make Ralph?
No, actually, no. I kind of used, I kind of based it on what I know a sack puppet looks like, which is basically what Fozzie's. Fozzie's a sack puppet.
Okay.
The difference between him and Rolf is that if you can see, Fozzie's hand is separate,
right,
and attached to the body.
Yes.
Rolf's is all one piece.
Is all one piece. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like Cookie Monster.
Right. No. Right. And Rolf is also a much older character. Puppet.
Rolf was one of the originals. Yeah.
Okay.
Changed a little bit, but the hardest part I had was getting the head round, because Rolf's head is a complete ball, and to make that out of foam is tough.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the body I'm not happy with. So I've got to get the body happy, because Rolf's one of my favorites. I love Rolf.
Okay.
It's an easy voice to do.
Right on. And also for all of you watching at home, now that I'm actually stopping and really talking to Lee, it's very interesting to stand here and to be face to face with Fozzie. This is very cool.
I think this is the one that most people want a picture with.
Okay.
I think because he's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can fully appreciate that.
Felicia says, your nose is missing.
Oh. Well,
you need to pick a new one out.
I made the nose, but I think we, even during the show, became this, I don't need a nose. And we kind of left it off.
You know, if anybody
way too close to a bear.
If anybody tunes in right now, they're going to be like, what the heck's happening?
Hi ho, welcome to the Odin Makes live stream.
These glasses don't work. Sorry.
Right.
All right, we should probably get you back to. Oh my gosh.
I can put props on mine. Safety goggles.
Hey, safety first.
Safety third. All right, fine. I go back to cutting.
Wait, I'm learning to heal says that's a beautiful Fozzie voice. Thank you.
It is. It is
All
very,
right.
very, very cool. And I do like the yeah.
Yeah, this is great because it's easy to pick up props. When he's playing the banjo, it's really hard to keep it in his hands because obviously it's 3D printed, kind of heavy.
Right.
But different to the Henson ones because they were custom made little banjos and stuff. So, but at least 3D printing is lightweight.
Budgets.
Yeah.
I forgot. We always. One that's not going to hurt him.
That's funny. All right. So there you go. So maybe next time we'll bring some different ones, and
Oh yeah.
you can see more of my strange collection of strange hobby.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's a great collection and a great hobby.
Well, it's like I said to you the other day. This is something that I've wanted since I was like
Right.
a
Yeah, you
wee
little lad.
Yeah. In fact, I have a picture of me at about 6 years old with a Kermit my parents saved up a long time to buy.
Right.
And it's like I have a picture of that and then me with that.
Was it not Fisher Price? Who made the?
This wasn't even the Fisher Price one.
Well, okay.
This was
was
one they ordered from an English newspaper.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was years and years ago. So yeah, I've been a long fan, and now I have adult money, as they say. I buy adult toys.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I know this isn't the normal Odin Makes, and I apologize.
It's all right. Some making has happened. It's it's pretty close to the hey, we got viewer mail. Well, no, I got a viewer that brought something.
Let's see. Oh, Way I'm Learning says Fozzie's always been a personal favorite Muppet of mine. And Bernie Davis says, want to give Fozzie a hug. Ah! Says he loves that bear. And Crazy Joe has a Fisher Price Kermit. Wow, that might be worth some money.
That's probably worth money.
Yeah.
I remember I talked about the giant stuffed Kermit that PBS had. He'd fallen off his chair so many times. At one point, they were asking me to fix one of his eyes because one of his plastic eyes had cracked, which was like really sad.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This is really cool. Fozzie's really cool.
All right, let's get some work done. I'll get back to the chat. I'll go pop these back over there.
Put them somewhere where they're safe.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So the other fun thing, even just doing this a little bit, and I remember reading about some of the behind the scenes with the Muppet movies and Dark Crystal and a lot of the other ones. You would hire additional puppeteers to come out and play these other parts because you needed more people for the larger shots. You have Henson and Oz and the others who are veterans and who are used to doing this for hours at a time, and it's not a big deal. Everyone else, as soon as it was cut, puppets are down. Their arms sore. Their arms, there's no blood flow. But Henson would keep it up, and in between takes, in character, continue to talk to people as Kermit, whoever.
Oh yeah.
Even though cameras weren't rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I told you the guy that makes those actually worked on the Labyrinth TV show.
Right, the Dark Crystal TV show.
Sorry, Dark Crystal, rather, yeah.
Which I got super excited the first time you said that. There's a Labyrinth TV show?
They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be. Moon Eye says, giving fans access to adult money? That way madness lies.
Yes, it does. And you end up with adult priced Lego sets.
Yeah.
$800 Millennium Falcons. $1,000 Titanics. No, that's not quite 1,000, isn't it?
No,
still?
I think the Titanic's like 600.
Is it less? Okay.
It's so cheap.
It's so cheap.
We should go get one this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Schultz Division says, Lee, do you know and I am not even going to try and pronounce this name, Grand Prix. It's a Nordic movie and quite a legend movie for stop motion and the puppets. I have not heard of that.
Oh, okay.
But I will look that up.
Well, speaking of almost, if we want to talk about inappropriate Muppet movies, have you ever seen Steve Jackson's Meet the Feebles?
It is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I actually saw that in the theaters back in England.
Oh, okay. Nice. No, I don't think I ever saw that one at the Crest. I saw, what's his mockumentary with the New Zealand filmmaker that made color film in the 19-teens? It was Silver or something. But anyway, so a totally different film. Sorry, okay. Meet the Feebles. Yeah, I think I ever saw that on video.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. If you've never seen Meet the Feebles, when you look at that and go, this is the man who did Lord of the Rings.
Yes. But he did Meet the Feebles, 15 years before Lord of the Rings. It's not like he did it after.
But it's literally like the Muppet Show on acid.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever watched the Muppet Show on acid. I'd like to clarify that, but it's so strange.
Dude, you're missing out.
It's a very strange movie and so great.
One of the things I liked about it was, like the Muppet Show, you've got all these different animals that are different Muppets in the movie, but they all retain their animal kingdom size relations.
Yep.
They're not like they're all the same Muppet size. The walrus is huge, the cat is tiny.
The hippo's enormous.
The hippo's enormous, and the cow is dead sexy in BDSM gear.
That's very I was always a fan of the rabbit in it.
Oh,
the little rabbit.
Was the rabbit that was the one that was the serial killer? Or?
He was the one that was dying of myxomatosis and thought it was cancer.
Okay.
So I always like that.
Right.
But then again, I always like Peter Jackson's Brain Dead. Or Brain Damage, I think.
Yeah, Brain Damage is great. Yes.
Yeah, Brain Dead in England. Different name.
Different name, right.
But that is one of my favourite zombie movies. And
right.
Moon Eye says, you might know it as the Pinch-Off Grand Prix. I've still never heard of it, I'll be honest with you.
Pinch-Off Grand, okay.
Yeah, I've never heard that. Or Pinchcliffe. Wait, I'm learning to heal says, if they did a Labyrinth TV show, I would only accept Tilda Swinton as Jareth. I can see that, because she portrayed David Bauer before. That's true, she did.
All right.
I can actually see that.
Yeah.
I know they were working on the Labyrinth TV show because, again, the guy that I get those from was telling me that they were supposed to be doing that before COVID, and then COVID hit, and I don't know what happened after that.
Oh, it just probably went on perma-hold.
Probably.
Okay.
And he also says, oh, wait, Odin, have you seen the Happy Time Murders?
No, but I've heard of Happy Time Murders.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
I love that movie.
Okay.
It's Brian Henson directed it, and it's a detective noir.
Oh,
puppets,
right.
But adult.
But adult. But there's also humans.
There's humans. In
Yeah.
fact, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. Help me out. Wait, I'm learning to heal. What's her name?
What's her name?
Comedian. Whose name I'm drawing a complete blank.
And what's her face?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
her.
that
What's
one.
her face?
What's in that movie with the other thing?
That's right. Yeah.
That was good.
Is he gonna annoy me now? Silence. Oh my gosh, I can picture her and I can't think of her name. Melissa McCarthy. Thank you, Bernie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, her.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. There's some very offensive bits in it, but it's really good. And I really like the detective.
Oh, like there's no offensive bits in Meet the Feebles at all. God, I wish I could remember the name of the mockumentary is, because that was so well done. Because it was Peter Jackson. He played the part of the film historian, talking about this great New Zealand innovator, filmmaker, who went out into the jungles of the forest and built this giant concrete set. And so they're on this quest to go and find this lost set for the movie that was never made.
I don't think I've seen
And
that.
it's Silver Legacy, or Silver, I can't remember what it was called. Forgotten Silver. I think that's what it's called, Forgotten Silver.
Okay.
But it's really well done. And I saw that one at the Crest.
I like mockumentaries though. They're fun. Crazy Jester says, I make miniatures and I'm going to make the Dark Crystal Urza Village. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And Schultz Division says, you can't say inappropriate without saying Team America. That's true.
All right. Yeah.
Different kind of puppet. That's
Different kind of puppet, but still, yeah, that's inappropriate. Totally.
Still funny though.
Dark Crystal, for the longest time, I've thought about different ways, and not trying to make, I've talked about this in the live stream before, so I'm not trying to make any kind of promises to my viewers here. I've really always wanted to make a Gartham. I thought a Gartham would be a fun, even though it would be effectively the cleaners at a con. Which that also would be a fun cosplay.
That would.
But it wouldn't look like anything while it's coming at you. Yeah, just the Gartham would be fun. Just really weird, what horseshoe crab, cockroach, whatever it is.
Yeah. So you heard it here. Odin is going to be making.
You heard it here. Next week, I'm going to. No, that's a ways off.
Is that this Wednesday's bill?
Yes, I'll be starting on that Tuesday.
Moon Eye says the Titanic is $630 a Star Destroyer $700, cheap at half the price.
Yes. Well, $700 a piece, we can have a fleet. Make them rise up out of the planet.
Let's see. Bryce New says, other than Ghostbusters, I'm huge into Greek mythology. A Medusa head or Perseus sword would be cool to build.
It would. I'm not going to... I've actually thought about... I haven't done it. But I've thought about doing other, classical props. Things that aren't necessarily... Perseus shield, Medusa helmet, Perseus sword, things that aren't classical at all. Bubo, the mechanical owl from Clash of the Titans, of course, comes up. But the R2D2 knockoff. Homage.
Let's see. Wait. I'm learning says, I wish Netflix hadn't killed the Dark Crystal TV show. And Crazy Joe says,
right.
Do it!
Do it!
To what, I'm not sure.
Probably the Gartham. That was the last big thing we were talking about.
That's true.
Sort of. Well, big.
That's true. That would be a huge build, that joke.
That'd be a huge build. And that's one that could easily be a kaiju. You just make small buildings for it and instant kaiju. For all those Gypsy Danger cosplayers out there, of which there are few. Nothing against Gypsy Danger. It's just that is another large commitment build.
That would be a very large commitment, yeah. It's funny because you mentioned, I'll never forget, I was watching an English chat show when Dark Crystal came out.
Okay.
And they had a bunch of kids in the audience. And at one point they were talking about the movie, and they had the big crab thing crash through one of the walls.
Really?
To come onto the set. And you've never seen a bunch of kids so scared in your life. I'll never forget. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'll see if I can find it. But oh my gosh, that when you brought that up, I was just thinking about that.
Recently on Reddit, I saw a picture of it was the making of Dark Crystal. It was Jim Henson on the streets with Aughra.
Really?
Yeah, just almost like taking Aughra for a walk. And Aughra was, she was maybe 3-4 feet tall. Frank Oz is yet another small, elderly, wise character.
There's some great behind-the-scenes stuff on the Muppets. When they were filming the Muppet movie in England, they had Henson and Frank Oz with Fozzie and Kermit just talking to a group of cows.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Makes me laugh every time I watch it. Bernie Davis says, Bluto was an awesome puppet.
Bluto. It's an awesome puppet.
I don't know what that is.
I know the name, but
isn't Bluto in Popeye?
Yeah, that's what I'm coming. So I'm running into as well. Was remembering Bluto and Popeye, but wow, I'm drawing a blank on.
Me too. Can you clarify, Bernie?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Help the old guys remember.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Old Guy Podcast.
Yeah.
Today we're going to talk about incontinence pants. It's the
I got a
greatest
good
product ever.
recommendation for you. No.
Helps you keep your shit together.
Moon Eye says
63 is much shorter than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm used to inches, right? So 63 inches. Like, that's like 5 feet. 63 centimeter. Oh, that's like 2 feet. Anyway, what's Moon Eye selling us now?
I'm even though I'm from England and they use the decimal system and I grew up using that, I'm still an inches person.
Okay.
Yeah, Moon Eye says make a proper Mjolnir, not the MCU one.
Right. Okay, I'm not sure why. I've missed out on what it is that's happened recently with God of War, but God of War is trending really well on my channel, so I want to make the God of War 4 Mjolnir. And so, while not proper, it's not the MCU version.
You know, I don't know if you saw that. I noticed this morning that Adam Savage is building a God of War axe.
Oh, cool.
On his channel. Obviously not probably as good as yours. I haven't seen the video yet, but obviously not as
Did
good
he?
as yours.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I did see that notification. I'm thinking the video's already out, but maybe not. Maybe that's not...
No, I think he put it up this morning.
Okay.
I think so, anyway.
Cool.
Crazy Joe says, I love the Dark Tower comic. I'm not familiar with that one either.
The Dark Tower comic?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Dark Tower is the Stephen King, and I vaguely remember there being a graphic novel comic. And much like the TV show movie, they didn't finish it.
And Waynard says Bluto was in Labyrinth. So I think, if I remember rightly, that's the big hairy...
Oh, Ludo.
This Ludo, that's right.
Yeah, Ludo was the giant... Ludo down, smell bad.
I love that. That's a great costume.
Yeah.
/ puppet.
Thank you, Adam. Oh, sorry. I outed you. Thank you, Waynard.
And Crazy Joe says, I love Farscape. They had some great puppets in Farscape.
Farscape was great. I actually... Adam remembers this. I actually paid for Dish Network just so I could watch Stargate and Farscape.
Love Stargate.
Yeah,
there's a build for you. There's Stargate.
Yeah.
Life size.
Yeah. Or the dial home device. Or the, yeah. Actually, the Zat guns and the staves and the masks of Horus have all been requested many, many times over the years.
Really?
Yeah. And obviously, the Zat gun seems like should be the easiest, except that it's a Cobra and it actually has to do its thing if it's going to be a proper Zat gun.
That was a great I love that show.
Yeah.
My buddy got me into that. I loved it.
There was a period of time working with Joe, working on a different whatever video that never got finished. We're doing a thing where in our show, or Joe's show, where the alien has to be blowing out the airlock. So we've decorated the roll-up door of the warehouse that Joe is renting to make it look like an airlock door. And then the door opens up, and then the alien's supposed to get sucked out. But how do you convey that air is rushing out of something? We're on a spaceship. So we literally at one point go, all right, and we just take the script that we have that we're shooting with and a leaf blower and just start blowing paper out the door. So as soon as they're opening up, we start blowing paper out the door. Next week, I'm watching Stargate, and the door blows open to the side of the Thor ship. I can't remember what it's called, Thor's Hammer, or whatever the ship was called. Yeah. Literally, the script blows out the damn ship on Stargate. Seriously? It's an alien ship. Why is there paper? Why is there printer paper flying out the door? At least our ship was a human ship. Yeah, seriously, it was awesome.
That's funny. I'll have to go back and watch that. I was trying to persuade my wife to start watching from the first season, but she's like, this is like 12 seasons. That's a commitment.
Right. It is a bit of a commitment, but you know. It's a good show.
Matthew Kula says, morning, Odin, and person who isn't Felicia.
Morning, Matthew.
Well, what you missed earlier is I am actually Felicia. This is all prosthetic makeup. It's
right. Yeah, I had Alan Carnes. Remember the guy that did the headcast for me, and he was also in Face Off? Well, he came back in and did a massive, fantastic tutorial about how to properly put on prosthetics and a larger bodysuit. Yeah. And so, Felicia, how you doing?
That's great. Let me get off the box a minute.
Oh, there you are. And the best part is, for once, Felicia isn't cold in the studio.
No, I'm Lee. I'm joining Odin to keep my eye on the chat because Felicia isn't here. And my channel is youtube.com/Geek Pride. So please subscribe. Not that I'm begging, but
please subscribe. There will come a time, we've been talking about this for years, there will come a time that I will appear on Geek Pride doing one of the super hot food challenges. So, because apparently that's a common thing on that channel, and that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it really is. It's I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I torture myself. A lot of it's from my co-host Jason. And
what, did he get a good reaction?
No, but no. He'll text me and he'll say, "I just ordered this. It's coming to your house," and it's like.
Jason, this doesn't even have a Scoville rating. It says it broke the scale.
Well, one of the worst things we did, believe it or not, was 1 ounce of beef jerky. And for me, the reason was, A, I don't particularly like beef jerky.
Oh, no, yeah,
and secondly, the thing about beef jerky, all you're doing is chewing and producing saliva.
Yeah.
And that's becoming spicy.
That's becoming spicy.
It was horrible. I hated it.
Oh, okay.
And I told him if he ever did that again, I'd Kill him.
Yeah, poke him in the eye. Okay, kill him.
Moon Eye says, actually, I'm Felicia. I'm just not wearing my prosthetic makeup.
Oh, okay.
And Crazy Joe says, both my legs are prosthetic, and I always make them look like cyborg stuff. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
Bernie Davies says, a non-hot ones challenge. We actually, my buddy and I on our channel, we did 10 chicken wings with the Apollo hot sauce, which is the hottest one from Hot Wings.
Okay.
And my counterpart did, I think, 6 and ended up crying in tears. And I managed to finish them, but I was in pain for the rest of the day. It was not fun. One's bad enough. 10,
yeah.
I don't know what the heck I was thinking.
So I'm remembering more from Dragon Con. So there was one time at Dragon Con, there was another Muppet costume that I saw. It was a mix up between Oscar the Grouch and Davros.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, he was great. The whole can was a lower Dalek body, right? And Davros has that kind of thing behind his head, and that was the can lid. And then otherwise, it was just Oscar the Grouch.
A friend of mine in Florida, for one Halloween, not this year, the year before.
By the way, Davros is the leader of the Daleks, for those of you who don't know.
Or Daleks.
Or Daleks.
It was a conversation from earlier. But he built an Oscar.
Okay.
And he had a trash can that he attached to his waist with fake arms.
Oh, okay.
So he was doing Oscar inside the trash can and walked around trick-or-treating with his daughter like that.
Oh,
it was
that's
really
cool.
Ian Left says, his link isn't working in the description. Nice to meet you, Lee. Nice to meet you, too.
Oh, I may not have typed that out enough.
If you just type in youtube.com/Geek Pride, it should come up.
I don't think I put the www on it. I think
no.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's why it doesn't work as a link.
And Wait says, it's wonderful to meet you, Lee. Odin mentioned you before. It's great to see them up at Replicas. Thank you.
If you look closely at the end of all of my videos, you'll notice that one of the first names that pops up in the Patreon thank you message is Geek Pride.
And I'll plug these as well. These are all from geekpride.shop.
There you go.
As well as other things as well. Schultz Division says, I got myself hot sauce, a musical called Painmaker, and it was true for sure. Richard Strode says, hey Odin, do you have any plans on making any more wizard staffs?
Not at the moment. I'm not against making more wizard staffs. I'll be honest, I was seriously looking at maybe doing Rita's staff, which she's kind of a wizard.
Yeah.
So not at the moment, but yeah, I've done a couple. So, I mean, even the Havoc staff is arguably a wizard staff.
My favorite one was the Skeletor one. I know it's not a wizard as such, but
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, the Havoc staff is the Skeletor staff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But for sure, no, definitely. Yeah, I'm really personally happy with how the skull came out.
Yeah. Oh, that was fantastic. I have a friend who's an obsessive He-Man collector.
Oh, okay.
And I sent him that video, and he's like, dude, I want one.
Put it up on Etsy for $1 million. No.
Crazy Joe says Oscar rules. I love Oscar. He's a great puppet. Ian Less says the bomb was probably the hottest sauce I've ever had. It will make your blood rush you to your head. Have you ever had the bomb?
No.
It's horrendous.
Oh, okay.
It has absolutely no flavor at all. It's all heat, and it's just disgusting.
Okay, fair enough. We were having this conversation earlier where I've had a lot of hot sauces, and when it's just like I had a good hot sauce when we went to the Fireside Grill. I tasted it's like, oh, this is blended jalapenos. And that's pretty much all it is. I mean, there's more to it, obviously, in the color, but it has no flavor. And the reason I don't like Tabasco sauce is it tastes like hot vinegar.
Yeah.
And so you add it to something else, and now my taco tastes like hot vinegar taco.
Well, I would say Tabasco made a limited edition scorpion pepper sauce.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is fantastic.
I like their Chipotle one. They're the brown one.
It's
too hot.
It's like,
no, I haven't heard of scorpion peppers.
They call them scorpion peppers because it feels like your tongue is being stung by scorpions.
Not something I've done.
But it's really, I love scorpion peppers.
I will take whoever's word for it. You know, who's the desert guy that goes out and gets stung by everything? Yeah, desert something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take you guys' word on that. But I bought habanero peppers like a few times. I see them at Winco. Those are always fun.
Oh, I like habanero. Yeah, it's tasty.
It is tasty.
Yeah,
they're nice and spicy.
They can be very spicy. Wait, I'm learning to Hill says hot cinnamon Oreos. Why does my brain think of horrible things? Well, you're a bit late because actually we did on our YouTube channel. One of the things we have is we taste all different kinds of Oreos.
Okay.
Including wasabi from Japan.
Oh, okay.
And buffalo chicken Oreos.
Buffalo chicken wasabi Oreo sounds pretty good too, but okay.
but one of the things that we did was there is a like a hot cinnamon Oreo that was quite horrible.
Okay.
So it's on my playlist. And Crazy Joe says, "Nice to meet you, Lee Braithwaite." No, we were joking that Felicia never gets my name right, but it's Braithwaite. Let's see. Bernie Davis says, "Lord Zed's Z-Staff." I'm not familiar with that one.
Lord Zed's another Power Ranger.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. I am not well versed in Power Ranger. I was precisely the wrong age for it to grab me.
I never.
And so I kind of, oh, that's what that is. Okay, that's entertaining, and then I didn't watch it again.
Let's see. Ian says, "I'm jealous that you met the voice of the Crypt Keeper. How tall is he?" He's talking to me.
Okay.
John Cassier here. Met him at actually Sinister Creature Con in Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
He's not very tall.
Okay.
But
really, Sinister Creature Con. He was here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very nice guy. Very nice guy.
At the Scottish Rite Temple, the guy that I remember meeting that I got excited about was Ernie Fossilis, the guy who did Hardware Wars.
I don't think I know that.
Yeah, he was at a SatCon, one of the last ones that happened at the Scottish Rite Temple, okay. And he had his booth, and I bought a copy of his Hardware Wars DVD, and just talking to him was real fun. He lives in San Francisco, and he did a lot of the animations and sketches for the first couple seasons of Sesame Street.
Okay.
Like he was one of the main animators on the pinball, the 1, 2, 3, 4,
oh, really?
5, 6, yeah. And then the other thing that I remember, which they took out of the show later for fear of not encouraging dyslexia, but basically he would do the sketches where you had the spies would come out and they open up the trench coat and they have a number 4 would be backwards.
Yeah.
And the kids laugh and no, it's backwards. Someone at some point had decided that they didn't want to show the numbers backwards. They didn't want to cause confusion with early learning of the numbers by suddenly showing one backwards. And so all those things were, Ernie was having a lot of fun making because something was wrong and goofy. They didn't want anymore. And so he quit making stuff for Sesame Street.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, one of the nicest people I met at one of the local cons was Doug Jones.
Oh, okay.
Who does a lot of the monster creatures from...
Yeah.
I mean, he was Ape Sapien in the Hellboys and a bunch in Pan's Labyrinth. He's done so many different things.
Yeah, he's
genuinely nice guy.
That's one guy that I have also met. And genuinely nice guy. And enjoys the fans, enjoys talking to the fans. He
really does. And loves Kit Kats.
And loves Kit Kats.
There was one woman who'd obviously met him before, kept running up and giving him mini Kit Kats. Let's see. I hope that someday you make Witchy Poo's one from HR Puffin stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's going back a while. I'm sorry. This is going to be very obscure. Schultz Division says, Little Britain, I want that one.
That one?
Yeah, very obscure reference.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's a great show. Yeah. I want that one. I don't like it.
Matt Lucas is such a
Computus is now.
Matthew Kula says, "Hey Odin, old friend, old pal, would you consider making the sonic boomerang from the Battle of the Planets?"
Wow. So I've thought about actually making the Gotcha Man helmets.
Okay.
On occasion, and going back to talking about hanging out with Zot. I remember we looked up Battle of the Planets and found the first episode on YouTube and sat and watched the first episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
with the American edit with the music and everything else.
I know what I'm doing this afternoon.
There you go. Yeah. It's everything you remember it.
Oh God. Maybe I'm not going to do that this afternoon. Waynard says Tapatio any day of the week.
Yep.
I like the Chipotle version of that. That's good. Bernie Davis says, a boom boom sauce at Roy Rogers is the most heat I can handle. I don't think I've ever been to a Roy Rogers. I don't think we have them over here, do we? On the West Coast?
I don't think so. I used to order Roy Rogers all the time at the bar when I had no interest in alcohol. Now I have no interest in corn syrup, which makes Roy Rogers hard to order. And that's changed.
Dan Hamilton says, have you ever wanted to make props from The Rocketeer? That's a
Who
great
just
movie.
made that? So there's some really good Rocketeer props. I know hanging out with a prop collector and a prop maker in LA for a little bit, and he had what he said was a cast out of the movie mold, which the mold didn't even exist anymore, so I got to actually see the helmet. And a patron, I'm forgetting his name, he just did the Rocketeer helmet on his channel. Oh, that's bad that I can't remember his name right now. The Punisher. That's his handle on Discord, but I don't remember his YouTube channel. But he did a really good job with it.
Nice. Yeah, that helmet's a great design.
It is. Look around with your eyes. Don't turn your head. And Timothy Dalton's the villain, which that stuck with me throughout all the Bond films. I couldn't not see Timothy Dalton as a villain. Didn't work as a Bond for me at all. Of course, Bond isn't really necessarily a good guy anyway, so.
True. My favorite thing Timothy Dalton's been in, actually, is this show Chuck.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Chuck?
No.
You'd like Chuck.
Okay.
It's a great series, and he played the villain in there, but it was
okay.
It's good. It's good. I love Chuck. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. There's only 5 seasons. It's Zachary Levi.
Okay.
So
Shazam.
good.
Yeah. No, he's done other things.
So good.
Top wrap and a hole gauge. Cut one strip from 2mm foam without holes. Not with holes. Oh, all right. This is important to do from something else. So I got the 2mm foam part cut. Sorry.
No. I think this is kind of what the show's about. Is cutting foam. So.
Yes, a lot of this is cut, especially with this particular build, which is why I've never done a Proton Pack as a weekly build.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a weekly
project.
build. Yeah. And then once I started doing the long form stuff like Mechagodzilla and Gundam, doing the Proton Pack didn't occur to me because we started doing full suits. So, Proton Pack isn't a full suit. Anyway.
Yeah.
I need to look at the pan rim if this is 6mm or 2mm. It doesn't say on the thing. It's probably written down. 45, so this isn't going to fit anyway. Anyway. What's happening with the chat?
Well, let's have a look, shall we? Daniel Banner Cosplay Kid 29 says, "Hey Odin, missed you. Haven't seen your build videos in weeks."
Yes. Not to worry, they will come back.
Let's see what else. Richard Stroh says, "Hope someday you guys made Witchy Poo's one from HR Puff and stuff, or the Fairy Godmother's one from Shrek."
Oh, okay. Fairy Godmother's one from Shrek is a star on a stick, isn't it?
I think so, isn't it?
I don't think it's. I mean, it glows, and of course it spits glitter everywhere, but I don't remember it being super different from the Lego Magic Wand.
I don't think it is.
Which is that's not an issue.
But if you can make it glow and spit glitter, that would be great.
That would be great. Yeah.
It'd be a pain to clean up. But.
Oh, it would. Everyone would hate me.
Kadar Sangre says, "Is this recorded?"
No, we're not specifically recording this. This is live, or as live as we can be. Meaning that Lee and I are standing here at this exact moment while I'm actually saying this and talking to the camera. However, there is the encoding that happens, and the signals, it's bounced off of space. So there's usually a 30 to 40 second delay. Actually, about a 20-second delay probably before the viewer sees it, so before the viewer sees it. And then a 20-second delay for your response coming back, maybe. The chat's pretty instantaneous. It may just be a straight 30-second, 40-second delay. But, yeah, no, this is live, and you're actually caught us doing a live show. This will be available on the channel long-term to come back and reference, but I'm not personally recording it. I'm letting YouTube do that, so.
There you go.
Yep.
The Jack Smith says, "Hey, how are you all doing?"
Hello, Jack Smith. Doing well. Looking forward to lunch.
Jake Perry says he was great on Chuck, and Shil's Division agrees Chuck was so much fun. So,
oh, good. Okay.
There's a new binge for you.
New binge. That's what I need.
Richard says, "Hey Odin, have you considered making anything that belongs to a Disney villain, like Captain Hook's hat, the potion Hades had, or Jafar, or Maleficent staffs?"
Well, I made Maleficent horns as a Disney villain. Have I made any other Disney villain stuff? Thanos.
That's a stretch.
Not much. I mean, come on. Dr. Frankenfurter's the new Disney queen. Evil queen at that.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Maleficent's horns is the only one I've done. No, I'm totally down for that. For making more Disney props and Disney villain props. So yeah, but Hades is cool. I really like Hades.
Hades is a great character. I had to. My wife went as Maleficent one year for Halloween, and she's like, "You watch, Odin. Make me a staff that lights up."
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I watch. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll just rewire a flashlight, glue it in the end of some PVC, and wrap it with some black aluminum foil. We're good to go.
I hate to tell you, but that's exactly what I did.
You're welcome.
The only difference was I got a big Christmas decoration
Okay.
from one of the local stores and stuck that on top.
Sure.
Painted it translucent green so it lit green.
Okay. Good.
But yes, other than that, it's exactly what I did.
That's all I would have done for Smosh. If they needed one, that's all I would have done for Smosh.
Well, this is her telling me the day before. So
Of course. Well, I make them in 15 minutes while you watch it, so it should only take you maybe 20 because you haven't done it before.
Exactly.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah.
I've had some friends that got super excited because I made the portal gun build. And specifically, it was the friend's daughter that got really excited. And so somebody I've known, the father I've known for years. And they start doing it, they start working on it. First foam project, night before SAC Anime.
For the portal gun?
For the portal gun.
This portal
Yeah, the portal gun up there, it's out of can. It's dusty as all get out now.
The aperture gun.
Yeah, the Aperture Science handheld portal device. Yeah. I remember, they started talking to me. I was like, okay. And then at some point, it's like, let me know if you need me to drop mine off. So you go, because I know they're in Sacramento.
Yeah.
They didn't. Apparently, they powered through it and simplified it to whatever level they needed. But yeah.
Wow.
Right. The portal gun.
Jeez, wow. And I thought my wife was asking a lot.
And I'm very excited about Portal getting released on the Switch.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have Steam on my edit machine because, believe it or not, it slows the machine down. So I took Steam off my edit machine. So getting to play Portal again on the Switch, I'm excited for it. It's like, oh, this will be great. I can play it in the big TV. And
yeah, they're great. I have them on my my Xbox One. And,
yeah,
I love. Occasionally, I'll go back and play both again because they're such great games.
And the voice acting for Shell is spot on.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bryce says, "What parts are you working on now?"
I'm still working on cyclotron pan parts. What I've got is there's the cyclotron belts that go around the outside, right? So I got those cut out. I think there's some detail pieces that need to be cut still. And this is part of the circle for the pan. I'm not quite sure exactly how this works, but and I'm double checking. I'm cutting out the parts according to what they make it 63 centimeters long and this wide. Okay, done. Now I've got part 45, and what I'm looking at is how thick do they want part 45? Because it's a cyclotron pan rim, so this is probably going to wrap around here on the outside. But I don't know if they want this, if Chris wants this to be 2 millimeter or 6 millimeter. It's probably 6 millimeter because it's 72 centimeters long, but I'm going through Felicia's handy-dandy master plan. Right, that's what it says, right? Yeah, master plan. Good, I remembered. And trying to see what the instructions say. So I'm reading on camera.
Well, while you read on camera, I'll go back to the chat and see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, once you read on camera.
Mooneye says it's getting late here.
It is.
Done 5 hours of Twitch streaming and eating, all of which conspired to make me tired. So I'm going. Good night, Odin and chat. So
good night, Moon Eyes. You did 5 hours of Twitch streaming today?
Good lord.
Cut a 72 centimeter long strip of 6 millimeter foam to the width of piece 45.
See, you were right. And Logan Darkhorse says, I'm so glad I didn't miss your live today. So are we. Thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you, Logan Darkhorse. So Captain Carl Miller from Warp 11, for a while on his Facebook, had a character, Logan, which was this son of Carl Miller, which Carl Miller doesn't have a son. But that's just, it's really funny that Logan Darkhorse as a username makes me think of Miller's Logan, which is, you know, it was a super muscular bound, you know, out of a fitness magazine body with this angry baby face, just, you know, infant head, you know, photoshopped on top of it, and Logan would do different dumb things all over the place.
That's funny.
That's Miller's humor. Yeah, that's why you get Warp 11 songs that are called Red Alert, right? Which is because it's all about Star Trek. And so the song Red Alert, the ship's on Red Alert because they're out of beer.
Oh, my Lord. So Thomas Hull says, and I'm going to get this wrong, Ba Weep Grana Weep in Gong Bong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Odin and Guest, always a pleasure. Have you ever thought about making Inigo Montoya's rapier? Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I mean,
I've been
that's a
afraid of
classic.
doing rapiers. Oh, yeah,
You have a go at that then.
yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to do that either. Ba weep garana weep binny bong. That's
think
that's
yours-
one of those things that mentally is like, I should know that. I don't know that.
Yeah, me either. Me either.
Rapiers. They've come up a couple of times. The six-fingered Vans rapier, the foil of Zorro. There really isn't a good way to make a con-safe foil
Oh,
or
of course, 'cause
rapier
it's so thin.
because it's so thin. You're either using, well, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're using, it becomes iffy if it's going to be. At the same time, the ones that we used at American River College, 'cause I took fencing as a sport for community college, they'd other than being metal, they would probably pass because they've got the large round tip at the
Yeah.
end because they're designed not to hurt. But you get the issue of it's metal, and a lot of cons just have the blanket statement of no live steel.
Yeah.
And that would count as live steel.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be. I mean, it'd be cool build because, you know,
Yeah.
it's the Princess Bride. But
It's the Princess Bride, and it's just a piece of graphite rod on the end of a cup. But, you know, it would be really cool.
Julian Turner says the lamp from Aladdin.
The lamp from Pixar.
Well, I think
No,
he's talking about the,
Genie's lamp
yeah,
is really
Genie's
cool.
lamp,
Yeah. 10,000 years.
That is still the best voice casting, I think, in any Disney movie.
Yeah.
Robin Williams as a genie.
And the fact that the genie was able to effectively break the fourth wall, reference other things, because he's a genie. He has to know all these things.
Yep. All right, Kadar Sangar says, great video on Demon Slayer, Tanjiro's Katana. Question,
Thank
do
you.
you like anime?
Yes, I'm not a connoisseur of anime, but yes. I watched a lot of anime way back in the day when you had to get it on VHS tape. And the only way to understand what was going on was to read the Viz Comics translation of the manga. I haven't kept up with a lot of more modern current anime. What little I've seen, it's still really good. And Demon Slayer is really good. I've only seen the first episode and a half, but it's really good. Chainsaw Man I've read. The first issue is really good. I just don't, for whatever reason, I just don't. You know, Time
Time
there
in
you are.
life.
Yeah, time in life.
I hear my wife's youngest daughter, she's obsessed with Hunter x Hunter. I've never seen it, but
yeah,
she
I've heard
says
the
that's
name.
fantastic.
Okay. I know Attack on Titan was massively popular. You know, so was Star Blazers and Battle of the Planets. So
Let's see. Ralph Merrick says, how about the Lance Silence has in the Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West? It lights up blue so you can have LEDs. Are you familiar with that?
Horizon, not with specifically that Lance, but yeah, I'm familiar with the game. The one that, but he's not asking for something that Alloy does. That Alloy has. That's interesting. This is 72 centimeters, so he's longer than this. Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely a game that's got some fantastic art. And from what I understand, it is a great game. I haven't played. Time. Or, better time management skills even. I've actually got plenty of time. I just got really poor time management skills.
That whole sleep thing is a problem.
Yeah, if I could just avoid more of that. Kind of. I kind of like sleep too a little bit. But
Bernie Davis says, I always enjoy the live streams. Fun to interact with everyone.
Yes. Totally agree. And this is the big reason why I enjoy live streams is the interaction. And I remember that going back to Play Incorporated. Hello, Pico. Working with Play Incorporated with Carl Miller from Warp 11. We were doing, as an experiment, as a high-tech company, 1997, I think Christmas in 97 was the first thing, so all throughout 98, 99, and 2000, we had a program called Play TV. And for 5 days a week, from noon till midnight, at 6 different locations, there were different 2-hour shows that ran live using their hardware,
Wow.
standard definition video, and bells and whistles and stuff, very similar to this little black box we got now. But it was then compressed and sent out over the internet so you could watch it over 56K dial-up with your real media player.
Oh my Lord.
And in order to talk back to us, it was using ICQ chat.
Oh my God.
Which I believe is part of the chat architecture that's built into Twitch now, is ICQ. Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
And it had the same lag that we've got now. We had about a 30 to 40 second lag between what we were saying in studio and what Lupe would suddenly talk about in the chat.
Wow.
So the two big users I remember is Lupe and Starius. And Starius is one of the oldest Patreon members that I've got. And Starius has always kept an eye on the things that I've been doing.
Nice. Isn't that called stalking?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called stalking. But it's great. Actually, I would consider Starius a friend. There was a point in time when Starius and Frosted got, I think it was Frosted, decided to take their spring break, and they flew out to California because they wanted to crash on Carl's couch. And Carl let them. It's like, you can do that for 2 nights, and the rest of the time you got to get a hotel. And so I've actually met Starius, and he even recently sent me some metric Forstner bits because he's working for a tool company in whichever state he's in, Midwest state he's in. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun, the weird friends that you make with the internet, and they're friends. They're weird because I'm old enough that you make friends by actually meeting people and talking to them, right? You meet people and talk to them on the internet. You've just got this weird filter, distance, time lag thing, and so and then there's you get to talk to and meet people with. You don't have the awkward of in person in the way, so you can kind of get to know them a little bit differently, and that's definitely worked out in my favor a little bit sometimes, but so some of the people as well. So like I've had one person's like, I don't know if I really want to meet you. I don't want you to know exactly what. It's like, I don't care. No, that's really cool. It's really weird sometimes for me to stop and think that I've been doing live streaming on the internet 20 years ago. I've been doing it for, if 98 was the first time I'd done it, if I've been doing it continuously, I've been had 24 years of it. I had a small hiatus in there, but...
But to all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Fairy Godmother's one has a few more details, like the star is a gem.
Okay.
A star-shaped hole in the center and a long cone that connects to a frame and holds the star in place. Okay.
The best part about talking to fans is they know what the details are.
Oh, true. Eat Dog says, would you be down to make devil fruit from One Piece?
Oh, wow. Maybe. I have heard of Devil Fruit. I have not seen it. One Piece is one of those animes that, with 900 episodes, it is a bit intimidating to get started. It's like 5 seasons of... Yeah. five seasons of Stargate is bad. 900 episodes of One Piece.
Wow. I've never heard of that.
It's a fun pirate anime.
Okay. Wait, I'm Learning says, Odin, I can't recall if you did the preformed Dragon Slayer sword from Berserk.
Nope. I have not done the preform. I have not done the full coffee table version. I am looking at doing the full coffee table version. Meaning, there's the one giant, big flat, just a slab of metal sword. There's a little more going on than that. That's being kind of rude to the sword, but to describe it, pick up your metal coffee table, knock the legs off, and there's the sword for Berserk.
There you go.
Stupid Monkey actually just gave me tracking info for the hockey sticks that he's sending me, and that's going to make a perfect handle for it. So
nice.
I have parts on the way.
Strictly Aphid just yelled tacos.
Tacos! Right, well, I talked about lunch. So Strictly Aphid's probably trying to make tacos happen again.
Let's see. Schultz says, remember to leave a like on the video, and says, talk to you on Friday. Bye, guys and gals.
Thank you, Schultz. Talk to you on Friday. We'll be back with the Among Us live stream on Friday. And Schultz has been really awesome with keeping up with all that and watching.
Strictly Aphid says, best show ever.
What, One Piece?
I'm assuming that's what he told me.
Yeah.
Richard says, have you thought about making an hourglass from the Wizard of Oz? That's a bit of a
No.
callback. That's a callback.
Yeah, no. That's not a prop that I think about at all when even talking about Wizard of Oz. Felicia and I were talking about...
I can't even think what that looks like, to be honest with you.
Isn't there a close-up of the sands in the movie? That's all I can remember right now.
I think there is, but I can't place what it looks like.
So, no, I have not considered it.
But he is now.
I think Mjolnir and Mechagodzilla are a couple I need to get done first.
Another suggestion, Mom's Beretta, are you going to make... I think this was made earlier, actually, but it's from somebody else. Are you going to make the Batman cowl looks like leather with some kind of hard understructure?
Right.
I think you mentioned earlier, there was nothing really that jumped out at you in the...
Well, the Batman cowl was one of the few things that actually had some interest, but at the moment, I'm not planning on doing a Batman cowl. So I don't suspect I will. I don't think Cosplay Chris did. Somebody just put one out.
I think
William Shakespeare Props did a Batman cowl, but he did his own version, and it wasn't specifically one of the movies. But somebody just made.
I think it was Cosplay Chris.
Was it Cosplay
But
Chris?
I don't know if it was the new Batman movie though.
Well, he's done the big beefy.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
He did that one, but I think he's also doing the Batman.
Because I know the most recent thing he did was he took the mask from Texas Chainsaw and redid that.
Did he?
Yeah, that was really good what he did with it, actually, yeah.
There's Prince Prime's Workshop, right? I think that's on Discord. He's the huge horror film fan, and has got all the different chainsaws made, and has made all the different Freddy gloves, and yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's. Hopefully, I don't have not thinking of the wrong username.
Matthew says Cosplay Chris just completed a full suit.
Okay.
And
which doesn't mean that I can't do it. I just think I'm going to make a Berserk sword. Think I'm going to make Mjolnir. Think I'm going to make at some point in time this year I need to make the Oxygen Destroyer. Those are the things on my plate.
too many things. Maybe 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, I'll just do 2 a week. I'll get caught up that way with all the things I should be making.
And Kedar says, just to correct you, there's 1,000+ episodes of One Piece.
Okay. Now there's 1,000+ episodes. Please. It is so insulting to truncate One Piece's majesty. Yeah. Anyway, it's a wacky show. It's fun.
I haven't heard of it, I'll be honest with you. But
that's okay.
Again, right now, with all the time I have, maybe
it'd be perfect. You know, they're half-hour, 20-minute, whatever shows.
Oh, then no.
But, well, it's only 500 hours. I mean, come on.
Oh.
Slacker.
Like
if you did that as a full-time job, it'd only take you a year.
Let's see. What do we got?
Oh, hey, it's 2:05.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Get these two parts cut out, and we got a bunch of cyclotron pieces cut out.
Well, at least we accomplished something.
Yeah. Yeah, we filled up 2.5 hours of dead air. No, we accomplished something. Nothing got glued. I didn't expect anything to get glued because it was going to be more cutting.
You did say that before we started.
Yeah. And since Fozzie the bear was here, I was a bit happier to not be having glue fly around the shop.
Mom Barretta says, are you guys fans of Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers?
Heck yeah. Both. Buster Crabbe and Sam Jones and Gil Gerard, yeah. And I can't remember. I don't think I've seen too many Buck Rogers serials. Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Buck Rogers was big in England.
Was big in England?
Yeah, very big in England.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid.
The most recent TV show, or just in general?
I'm going back to like the 70s.
Okay, then. Well, yeah, that TV show was late 70s, early 80s, but so cool.
And again, just to clarify, One Piece is either 23 or 24 seasons long.
Yeah.
I could be dead by the time I've watched
it. It's over 1,000 episodes. Well, the longer you take to get started, the more episodes there are you have to catch up on. Just saying.
It's like the song that never ends. It just goes on and on.
That's right. Unlike Dragon Ball Z, which can take a full season for 20 seconds of story to take place, I think it was actually 20 minutes. I don't think it's quite that bad, but One Piece actually moves along, and you've got your never-ending story because you want to be making more episodes, right? So you've got that issue, but the story actually advances and moves. It is literally with Dragon Ball Z. There's a whole season of them charging up to get ready for a fight.
Oh, good Lord.
And it's not like they're flying around the universe finding all the right parts to be able to do. No, it's like 20 minutes worth of real time goes by.
I'll stick with Animaniacs.
Yeah, okay.
10 minutes, the whole story's done.
Yep. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Grenada, El Salvador, too, Costa Rica, Bolivia, then Argentina. Somewhere other in San Juan.
That was my party trick back in England when I was drunk. I could do that song.
Oh wow, that's as far as I've ever gotten.
That and the states and their capitals.
Oh okay.
Or sorry, should I say the states and their capitals?
States and the capitals.
Bulletproof says he loves the Cookie Kaiju shirt.
Oh yes, oh the Cookie Kaiju is great. Allow me to plug Cryptid Zoo. Cryptid Zoo is the name of the t-shirt company that made this, who I believe is an artist out of the Bay Area. I've got a couple of his shirts, and I need to order more. And what's fun is there's an app you can get on your phone, Art Vive, I think it's called. Yeah, let me just plug the app and not remember what it's called. Basically, it is a object recognition app, and so when you get it to go over the shirt, a little animation plays.
Really?
Yeah, and in this case, it's a Cookie Monster cartoon. He's stomping through a city. You got cookies? And then the other shirt I have is from It Came From Beneath the Sea, which is the octopus attacking Embarcadero. And originally it had a clip from the movie, but now he's got an animation, so the shirt itself is actually animated, moving, and it's still playing the sound effects from the movie.
Oh wow,
It's pretty cool.
That's neat.
Yeah. It's a neat shirt gimmick.
It really is. Steve D says, sorry I'm late, had to stay 4 hours at work. What have I missed? Not much.
Not much, other than the one other most famous person's name who we can't pronounce here, Steve D, is Lee B. So, Felicia stepped out for the day. She was helped a family member get married over the weekend, so she's actually at work. And Lee from Geek Pride came by as a guest host to help me keep track of stuff, keep me honest. And I'm cutting my last bit of foam, and then we're going to say goodnight.
I'm going to call it a day, okay. Odin, have you heard the song, We Don't Talk About Bruno? Now get ready for We Don't Talk About Dragon Ball Z.
I have heard of the song. I have not seen Encanto yet. I probably pronounced it wrong.
Richard says, hey Odin, can you make Gru's freeze ray? I think he means from the Minions movies.
I said dart gun. Dart gun. Fun movie. Yeah.
Mom Barrett is asking, do you guys like Warhammer? A lot of good props and costumes from that universe.
Oh, there's a ton of stuff from Warhammer. A good portion of my painting skills came from painting Warhammer minis.
Really?
Yep. Reading all the White Dwarf books on how Citadel would go through doing their painting, and yeah. So I got some background with doing sci-fi models, but for the most part I was just using the testers and enamels. I wasn't really I would do a lot of detail painting, but I wasn't super weathering anything. Gotcha. So all that came with 40K and Space Hulk and Blood Bowl, and yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Thank you, comic shops.
Matthew says, good night, later dudes.
Good night, Matthew.
Blade says, sorry I'm late. A little bit. My grandparents, my uncle, and my aunt at my house for a few hours, and I had geography homework.
Well, good on you for being responsible, getting your homework done first.
Yeah, and Felicia says goodbye.
Good night, Felicia. Good afternoon. It's real time for you. You're in the same time zone. So, Felicia, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for hanging out. Definitely. Had a lot of fun. I want to thank all of you for tuning in and for sticking around. I do like to say a lot. Thank you very much to the Patreons. To all my Patreon member over on Patreon. It's kind of weird spelling. That's one of those things that I'm still... So all my patrons on Patreon. I say goofy things like... it's not too goofy. The show exists because of my Patreon support, and that is true. That is 100% true. As Lee now knows, I'm in a facility where I'm renting space, and I'm able to do that because of the support I get from Patreon. So thank you guys all very much. For those of you who aren't members of Patreon, I'm not going to push it any harder than that. The fact that you're watching and commenting and liking the video, liking and subscribing, that is also a big help, and I do appreciate that. That keeps the algorithm fed and keeps the algorithm happy. So thank you all for participating in the chat. Thank you all for watching the show. Thank all of you in the future who are watching a rebroadcast of this at your own pace and actually made it this far. So thank you all very, very much. And yeah, sir, thank you for coming out and keeping me company.
I appreciate it. No, you're welcome.
Definitely. The very little work got done the last time I was doing this solo.
We got some stuff done.
We got a lot of people. We got a lot of parts cut out. And there was a lot of really long parts, which to cut those out accurately takes time. I mean, I'm talking and stopping and and talking to the camera, but it wouldn't have gone any faster, really. A little bit, but not much faster than 2 hours to get all that cut out.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Next time, glue.
Next time, glue. Yes. Next time we'll be huffing glue here in the Odin Makes studio.
Gotta love that contact cement.
Oh yes. So Lee, thank you again. One last quick time. The T-shirt says it all. Lee has his own YouTube channel, Geek Pride, where currently they are on a lifelong quest to eat all the hot things.
Hot things, weird things. We tried literally 60 different flavors of Oreos. Just all kinds of bizarre, weird stuff.
What about all the flavors of Kit Kats?
We've done Kit Kats as well.
Okay. So I've seen all the weird Japanese Kit Kats.
No, we've done those. We've done everything. And
so you're bored now?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to lab-grown meat?
You know, I'll give it a shot. I'm from England. I'm from England. We eat every bit of animals. So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's lab grown? You know.
That's lab grown. Yeah,
We'll try it. We'll give it a shot.
I like Tom Scott's video today. He was talking about science fiction ideas about YouTube influencers in the future who are eating real meat, and all the outrage of the cruelty of eating actual animals and not lab grown meat.
That's funny.
Just trying to flip it. Yeah. Yes. I can't read it from here.
Felicia says, "All hail the algorithm. Don't forget to like the video."
Yes. All hail the algorithm. And Wayne Ernst says, "All hail the algorithm. Hail the algorithm." Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tip your waiter staff and spay and neuter your pets. So I'll be back next week with Felicia. Lee will be back, well, whenever he kind of wants. I'm not going to say no if he wants to pop back in again.
Open invitation?
Open invitation.
Right.
But at the moment, there's no plans for Lee to be back on a specific time. And yeah, if one of the hot challenges comes up on Geek Pride and you need someone to help out,
I will let you know.
Please do, yes.
Sounds good.
That was good. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Definitely, if you want to get in on the early live stream, if you want to get in on the video game live stream, it's going to be happening this Friday. Please check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and look for the Discord level to get in on Among Us. Any level will get you on the pre-show, and I will see you all again next Monday at noon. So there's going to be lots of different ways you can awkwardly try and end a live stream and say goodbye 8,000 or 9,000 times. But this is how Odin clicks the wrong button. There we are. Good night.